Hey everybody, it's me, Joel. I always forget that I've talked at the beginning of all the streams, and only a few of them you can see me. Because I'm running this one. It's going to be fun. This is a very fun game. It's Pasiones de los Pasiones. It's made by Brandon Leon Gambetta, who played Johto 1 in episode 15, and also the Aguafire in Story of Spider Day 1. And it's a great game. If you have not checked it out, everyone go check it out right now. They have their Kickstarter. If you go follow it, it has already ran. They did get fully funded, but if you follow the Kickstarter, you can find a link to where you can follow it to get pre-order notifications. Literally, it's one of my favorite games. We were pretty much just playing a RPG telenovela.
Super excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So everybody, I already introduced myself. I run Critical Bits. I'm tired, and I've been running the stream all weekend. So who cares? Jonah has dressed up. So Jonah, you get to introduce yourself first.
Oh my God, the eye patch.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So name and character name?
Yeah, do it.
Great. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonah M. Jackson, your mayor. And today I will be playing Don Adolfo, a.k.a. El Lobo. I'm using the El Jefe playbook.
Shit, yeah. Addison, you made your hair big as shit for this stream, so you introduce yourself now.
Some of this is just kind of what it does, but yes. Hi, Addison Peacock. I am on, I'm Mariah Harris on Aurora Borealis, and I also played Melody Sparkles, the very cursed character that appeared in the Spider Days world. And my character is Veronica Princesa from the Beauty Playbook.
Hell yeah. Jack, how about you introduce yourself next?
Hi, I'm Jack Packard. I'm all over the internet. And I'm here today to play. I'm also playing the Beauty Playbook. And I will be playing as hold on, I wrote down my name. Valentino Victor Valencia.
Ooh.
A competitive beauty.
Ooh. And then rounding us out, we have Shelby.
Hi, I'm Shelby Lee. I am on Critical Bits. I play Alex, and I will be playing Miguel Ruiz, the El Caballero.
All right, great. This is perfect. So this is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. They are all intended to kind of make the characters together, especially this one. This one is a pretty straightforward game. What's interesting about this, even other Powered by the Apocalypse games, you do have like set attributes or labels depending on which game you play. This one you don't, because it's all based off of the situations you're in. So certain moves, you ask a question, there's like a series of questions, and it's a very straightforward thing. If you answer yes, every answer of yes on the question you ask for a certain move, that's a +1. Every answer of no, that's a -1. And so you actually, and so it's all because it's all just about moving the drama forward. And technically, yes, I did handpick the entire stream, but I more so handpicked this game of people that are just going to throw the sloppiest drama my way.
Oh, you know it.
Dang right.
And I'm so excited. And then once again, just shout out to Brandon, the fluidity of this game and how easy it is to pick up, play, and just kind of like throw yourself in the action and the like different levels. I just really want to give a shout out. Like, please check out this game. I backed it on Kickstarter. I kept posting about it. It is so fucking good, and Brandon is great. And so yeah. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, pulling up. You all have like some relations. I don't know if you have you all picked your moves on your playbooks already?
Mm-hmm.
I picked my moves.
That's fine. I figured that's what it is. So, and then we're going to go through and we're going to start picking the relationships. So each playbook has a few things that you can fill in. Sometimes you can make it NPCs, but for the sake of the one shot, so we can just kind of propel it forward as fast as possible, try to make it everybody.
Before we move on, actually,
yeah.
Let me talk to Veronica a little bit about your big moves to make sure I choose some different ones.
Yes.
We're both playing the
Yeah.
same playbook. So what are your big moves?
I have big entrance and hard to pin down.
Ooh, perfect. I was hoping I could get Ice Queen. I was so hoping that. All right.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's perfect. I'll be Ice Queen and Up Boy. Perfect.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you.
Synchronicity.
Amazing.
I just want to make sure everyone gets the full depth of our characters.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah, they deserve that.
Great. So, and then and then there's other things like your question, which is kind of like your to help you do a motive, and then everyone gets different props, and there's also like secrets we have, and if you don't have ideas for that, we can kind of like reveal it in game as it goes, because like I said, this is all about drama. And then there's also a mechanic in this game, just if anyone gets confused, called flashback, where you can show that you've like made deals, or you made preparations, or you've set up a betrayal. It's so good. It's so good.
Basically, flashback is the mechanic that they use in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure to get out of stuff in the third act. That's how you need to think about the flashback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who calls the flashback? Do you call the flashback, or do we call the
It's
flashback?
the players. Everything.
Okay.
This is just this.
Okay.
It's a standard Powered by Apocalypse. Y'all tell me the bullshit you want, and I just say okay. And but yeah, so like just so we go over that, there are the 3 different type of flashbacks. Flashback to a deal. When you flashback to a deal you made with somebody, spend 1 to 3 leverage. Everyone has leverage points with each other. Points can be spent.
Ooh.
So that number goes up and down. So if you want to make a piece of paper or a Google Doc just to track it, your leverage goes up and down. On top of the flashback to a deal, you can spend the leverage to give somebody a +1 to help them, or a -1 because maybe they're trying to pull some shit on you or do something you don't want them to do.
Ooh.
And then leverage is awarded through different ways. There's moves. I can give it out. Y'all can give it out. You can kind of like do it in exchange for things. And so flashback to a deal is either to show that like you and another player have made a deal, or an NPC have made a deal that's beneficial to you, or you made a deal like they made a promise to you that they have to kind of like own up to, and so it's just you saying that. It can go poorly, obviously, if you fail. And then there's flashback to preparations, where you actually spend stress points, which are kind of like your HP in this. And if you actually spend all of your stress points, the way you heal is you have an outburst of sorts, and we'll just wait till we get to one of those. But like
good.
your stress
the
bar,
meltdown track.
yeah, your stress
gosh.
bar is meant to just blow up. Like it's not.
I can't wait. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm very glad that
exciting.
I am extra built to just blast through.
Yeah, and so it's meant to blow up, because as soon as you blow up, there's different options you have to pick, and then you just reset.
Yes.
And so it's not like a thing where you're like, oh no, I have too much stress. Like, that's perfect. That's what we want. And so, like I said, flashback to preparations. That's pretty self-explanatory, where you spend stress on that. And then reveal a shock and truth. When you flashback to reveal a shock and truth about another PC, spend 3 leverage you hold over them and roll plus stress thresholds mark. So this one is like a really big move you can spend on somebody, to where like you reveal a shocking truth of another person, and it's all just because it's all just soap opera drama.
I found a piece I had forgotten.
Perfect.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so what we'll do, like I said, we can cover everything else. Let's go ahead and start doing some relationships. And so let's go up to El Jefe, Don Alfaro himself. Let's see which one.
Don Adolfo.
Don Adolfo. Come on. No. So yeah, let's do some of your relationships first, because like you're the boss, so I feel like you're gonna have.
Yes. So for my first relationship, I have blank used to work for you. How did the relationship break down? And I believe Miguel used to work for me.
Perfect.
As part of my exotic animal smuggling operation.
Oh my god. I didn't realize that was an actual thing in the playbook.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Miguel was doing a job for me, and there was an incident with said animal that left Miguel with an extremely sexy scar, but a scar
Extremely.
nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationship broke down since that incident.
Great. And then blank is an object of beauty you want to possess.
Ooh.
How have they evaded you?
We
We have both Valentino and Veronica.
I don't know. So
Pick your
I'm
poison.
trying to think. Valentino. How have you evaded me, Valentino?
So you're an exotic animal smuggler. Valentino is a male fashion designer.
Oh.
And so
Ooh.
a lover of the art world. So it's very possible that I have purchased an exotic animal from you and have yet to pay you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like it. It's like, he's so hot, but also he owes me money.
Just
the
be
change.
lucky that I bought anything from you.
I think I've
So
sent my pledge after
saucy.
you on multiple occasions, but
So salty. Great.
He paid you an exposure.
Oh, that's what really spins.
you exposed
Oh,
my
God.
illegal activities.
I didn't say what he exposed. Anyway.
Hey,
Great. So now and so now I want to save the two beauties for the last. So we're gonna go to Miguel El Caballero, the
Miguel.
gentleman. So your first relationship is you got in a big fight with blank. Tell us about it.
I got in a big fight with Veronica. We have a complicated past, a passionate past.
ooh,
And unfortunately, after one of our many, many passionate lovemaking sessions, I would not reveal the source of my incredibly sexy scar. Just a big gash across my chest, which you'd think would be unsightly, but it's actually super hot.
Very, very
Outrageous.
sexy.
It's one of
There's something
My-
about Miguel when his shirt is on that you're like, I want to see what's under it, and you know it's the scar.
My favorite part about
yeah.
your scar is how the hair parts perfectly for it.
yeah,
And so you
like
have
emphasizes it.
this strip and then it's
very hot.
each way. It drives me insane.
Miguel shaves around it.
Oh yeah,
But then he won't tell you when you ask.
yeah.
No.
And that's what people like is being
Yeah, the
withheld-
mystery.
being
Yeah, I
withheld
got
from.
I have, because our look, you get two things that people notice about you, and one of mine is just a distant look in my eye.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh, nice.
Also strikingly handsome.
I'm assuming one of
course.
yours, Jonah, was your eye patch.
Well, I did write down his grizzled features and scar protruding from under the eye patch, just
Ooh.
a little bit.
Okay.
But then the other thing is the iguana that's usually sitting on my shoulder.
And also, if it sits there, it's probably shitting there. I mean,
Probably should.
it's an iguana. Let's not.
It is a wild animal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great. And so moving
Reese's
back.
Peaches.
Yeah, moving back to Miguel. I mean, you're the boss. There, you literally have someone just to like wipe it off as soon as it happens.
Yeah, just wipe it
Many
off.
a man has been killed for a turd sitting too long. Miguel, your second one is blank knows you from a time where you were different, where you were more civil or more wild.
Oh, yes, I was a bit more wild. El Lobo knows me from a time before I found my way. I was involved in his activities, and eventually we parted ways. Also, I was a bit more wild when I knew Veronica as well.
Yeah,
More
right.
on the straight and narrow. I'm not as much of a bad boy anymore.
Okay, I put Miguel did crime as my notes.
Of course he did.
All right, great. So now we're gonna move down to this is because, like I said, so a lot of Powered by the Apocalypse, they tell you to try to not have more than one person on a playbook. But this one's a fun one because it adds a little bit of flair and competition. So we do have two beauties today, Valentino and Veronica. I like that y'all picked V's.
I didn't mean to do that.
I love that.
Well, you know, the most beautiful name starts with a V. That's the logo. That's the slogan of whatever this telenovela is going to be called.
Oh, of course.
So it's got to be with a V, I guess. Otherwise, it'd be a real weird slogan. So the first,
So somebody in the chat come up with that.
yeah, somebody in the chat do that. I'm tired. So I'm just gonna read out both of these real quick. These are the things that each of you are gonna pick, and then we'll do them just so everyone knows. So it's gonna be blank has seen you cry. What was it about? Blank has been immune to your charms so far. So each of you will pick
Ooh,
for both of these. This is very interesting.
this is so good.
Who would like to go first between the two of you?
I would like to say that El Lobo has been immune to my charms. A portion of my backstory,
so good.
a portion of my backstory, if I may, is that I was a beauty queen who would often find myself in the first runner-up position, and then the woman in first place would mysteriously pass away.
Oh,
So I perhaps wanted to seduce him in order to gain access to an exotic animal I could use to take out some competition, and it did not work out.
I wanted nothing to
this
do
game
with
is so
this.
good.
No, he does not find me desirable, despite the fact that I am clearly the most beautiful woman alive. I don't know.
Clearly.
Missing certain criteria.
Okay, well, how about we do this, before we move on to the other one? Jack, let's go ahead and answer yours of who has been immune to your charms so far.
Miguel. Miguel has been immune to my charms. I've been trying to lure Miguel to be my model.
Oh.
For all of my new outfits. I've been
Love it.
missing my muse, you see.
God.
And Miguel is the idol for my creative spark, and he refuses to work with
Love
me.
it.
And I will say that Veronica is the one who has seen me cry.
Oh, I love this.
You're the one who's seen me cry.
Oh my God! Was it at once?
When?
When
Yeah,
did
at the
you-
same time?
When did I see you cry?
You saw Veronica was formerly my muse, was formerly my model. We did not talk about this ahead of time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Veronica was formerly my model, and in a hissy fit, in a creative lapse of judgment, I wasn't able to get her properly dressed, and so I broke down in tears. And so Veronica, I have been vulnerable to Veronica.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I was going to say that you cast me off as your muse, and then and it broke my heart.
Yes, I love it.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh my
and this is
God.
perfect too, because
We
neither of
do.
you
Oh
know.
my
Neither of you know.
God.
You don't. You need like. So it's Valentino's shame that he couldn't get you ready, and he feel like he wasn't good enough for you, and then you feel like Valentino cast you aside because you're not good enough for him. This is saucy as fuck, y'all. Shit, yeah.
We haven't even started
I'm so pumped.
already.
I'm so fucking pumped.
We have never spoken before right now.
I'm so pumped. This game's over. It can't be topped by what we just described. Let's all just sit.
setup.
Let's all just sit in the dark
God, the
room and
setup
think
is-
about the friendship of Valentino and Veronica.
Great.
Like, 'cause that's what's
The
gonna get
Ballad
us
of
through.
Two
Passed off.
The Ballad of TV. That's it.
I also really, because I didn't get a chance to say anything yet, I want to make it very clear that one of my things, one of my props is I do have a dog in a purse.
Of course you
Thank
do.
you.
Oh God.
He is a small chihuahua, like impossibly small, with eyes too big for his head. His name is Mango.
Oh.
Your dog Mango, I love it.
He sees everything. He is my little spy.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Perfect.
See, I on the other hand really care about optimization in
Yeah.
RPGs. So that's why I chose a prop like an eye patch over something like I don't know, like a massive pile of cash or a helicopter. No,
I mean,
those
that's-
are fool's choice.
Don't worry. I was telling Shelby earlier, if this doesn't have at least one helicopter fight, I have failed as a GM running Pasion.
Oh, damn.
Passions. Like,
Of course.
Like, how can you have a passionate game without a helicopter fight?
Absolutely.
So I
So
did
there's-
realize I didn't say shit about the charity that this is for. We got
I got too into the drama.
too into the drama.
Oh man.
So let's
So
talk
good.
about it. So what we're here for is we're gonna get some drama going. But you know what's not fun to watch is homeless teenagers and youth.
A+ transition.
Not.
Such a good
It's not fun to
transition.
It's not fun to watch. If you watch a telenovela and then you go out and then you watch actual homeless teens, very different. Also, you're a weirdo. So don't be a weirdo. Donate money to us today because we're going to give it directly to Covenant House. What they do is they're a youth homeless shelter here based based here in Atlanta, Georgia. They do a lot of great work. So they help with temporary housing, long-time housing, job placements, skill training, helping people further education, get to college. We found them last year when we did the first Spider Day stream. Since then, I have done a bunch of personal work with them, volunteering for video work, and their organization is great. The outreach they do is amazing, and we also picked them because they have a particular focus with LGBTQ youth in the Atlanta area. Covenant House itself is spread over, I believe, 32 different cities throughout a couple different countries. We are doing the one for Atlanta, Georgia. But like I said, they're great. So all the money raised is going to be going directly to Covenant House, Georgia. And we also have T-shirts on sale. We have a design from this year and last year up for sale, made by our friend Rebecca S. Peebs, who is, she had run the game Dave & Buster's yesterday and has done all the Peebs Read stuff. And right now we're sitting at $2,069.69. And our next goal is $2,420.69. Because since we're raising money for the teens, we want to do cool, tight numbers so teens know we're cool, so they don't think we're cops.
Yeah.
So like I
I love
said,
that.
This is the second to last game of the weekend, and the next one's going to be Alex Flanagan, who is on the podcast with Addison. She's going to be running Coffee Detective. So we're trying to raise as much money, but also, if you don't have money because we're in a pandemic and you got laid off like all the people, just enjoy the game. Have fun. Don't feel bad. Give what you can. Also, if you don't have a lot of money and would like to make a donation, but consider a t-shirt, all the proceeds of that go to Covenant House, and you get a cool t-shirt. I would show it to you if I was wearing mine from last year, but I did it on Friday, and it's been 3 days in front of a computer, so I have to change my clothes and shower every day because I'm a terrible person.
And I must say, as an official t-shirt connoisseur, I get asked the most about my Spider Day Fun Run t-shirt.
It's a great shirt, because the whole, if you go look at it, it is... canonically, this whole thing is based around an in-game event called Spider Day that happened in 2004. So last year's shirt was the 13th annual. If you ask yourself, well, that's not how many years it's been since 2004. It was Spider Day in 2004 where a bunch of people died. The next year, it'd be really rude to have a fun run parade. And then the 2 years after, it's a fine time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta monetize it somehow, Joel.
Yeah, that's true.
So what do you expect me to do as the mayor? I gotta help rebuild.
Gotta leave that 1 year buffer for mourning, and then after that, it's fair game.
So great.
So what fair game? We gotta rebuild all the stuff the spider broke, Joel.
That's very true. So before we keep going on just talking about stuff that isn't just the pure drama we're about to get into, because I will probably never mention anything else about what's happening outside of this again. So please, mods, say things that I will not remember to. Each of you have a section on your character sheet saying this time on, and it's going to kind of set up where we're at, and we're going to kind of build this. It is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, so we will build as we go, and I am dyslexic as shit and have ADHD, so I do not take notes, so let's just do whatever we want. So let's go back to El Jefe, and we're gonna start off with your this time on to kind of get a setup.
This time on, some of your extra legal business is being monitored by the police. Ooh. What do you have to set up to throw them off your tail? I think that what's happening this time is the police are onto my my activities, my animal smuggling of different sorts. And so I think that I'm going to have to threaten Miguel to help me frame someone else.
Okay, and now let's go to Miguel, the gentleman. What is your this time on?
You're here to right a wrong. Someone has broken laws, either yours or society's. Who are they? What have they done? And what are you going to do about it?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, let's go. What is it?
Watch out, El Lobo.
Oh, no.
So you're trying to right a wrong?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you're being mysterious about it.
Yeah, that's did I not say distant look in my eye?
Shit, yeah, you did. Why would I ask that? That's my bad. Of course you have a distant.
Who knows? Miguel's out for Miguel.
As the narrator should know that Miguel's plans are always secret. So, Veronica, let's start off with you. What is your this time on? How are you prompting us?
This time on, it says you have something valuable that you need to offload. What is it? Now, I'm still sort of formulating what I think it might be, so I'm going to keep it secret.
Shit, yeah, you just got something to move, and that was the
I've got something I need to move.
That was the end of the last episode. You had somebody come and give you something, and like we didn't really get to see it, but I
think it might be some sort of ill-gotten gain that I received via one of my many unsavory activities.
Yeah. And then Valentina, where are we starting off with you?
In an effort to drum up publicity for myself, I am here with my own leaked nudes.
Oh.
And I'm also playing the beauty playbook, so I have something valuable that I need to offload, and so I'm offloading my own nudes.
Yeah, of course,
in hopes that they get leaked, to the press, to the greater public, as a big scandal to drum up business.
Obviously.
Good.
I mean, all very clear. Okay, great. So let's see here.
I think the valuable thing I have might be information.
Ooh.
I like
that.
I'm
gonna tuck that away.
Just tuck it away. Whatever.
I'm just gonna store that in like a squirrel.
If you think of another thing, lie to me and say that's the first thing.
You got it.
All this is lying to each
thinking
other
of it the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a game of lying.
It's a game of lying. Okay, great.
I would never.
How about I think we're just gonna jump right into this. I want to start off we're gonna go to Don Adolfo. We're gonna go to your place. You have called Miguel there.
Yes, in my mansion, which is one of my props.
Oh.
Yeah, so you've called Miguel to your mansion. You are waiting in your overly large office in this giant mansion. It is so large, and it could fit so many people that don't have houses, and that's what you like about it, because only you live there, and your butlers are not allowed to live there. You do have a separate house. It is less than your house, of course.
Correct.
And Miguel, you've been called there, so you are at the doorstep of this giant mansion. Let's jump the fuck in.
Of course.
Yes.
I pull up on my motorcycle as it roars to a halt, and I dramatically take off my helmet and my hair. I take off my helmet, and I am wearing sunglasses under the helmet. And then I dramatically my hair blows in the wind, and I walk in the door.
Great, yeah.
You were welcomed. You were greeted at the door by one of my thugs, Joaquin, who is an orphan.
Yeah,
all of my thugs are orphans.
So this like little smart mouth, like kind of stout orphan comes up to you. He's clearly the head orphan. He's like, "Hey, what's going on here? What are you even doing in here?" And he pulls out a switchblade and he like throws it in between his hands. He's like, "No one gets through Joaquin if you're trying to get through Don Alfredo." Don
Adolfo.
I want some Alfredo. I'm so hungry as an orphan. He throws the knife in the other hand.
Hey, what's your name?
I just said it. It's Joaquin. He throws his knife in the other hand.
Joaquin. Here you go. I give him a sandwich and $100.
Oh, he's ravenous. He eats it immediately. He doesn't even notice the $100. He starts to bite it a little bit.
I like muss his hair and I said, "Son, you're better than this."
Wait, didn't you just give me the sandwich? Why would you? Should I not have eaten it?
No, but this life, you can be more.
You just gave me a
You
sandwich.
can
This
do
life is great.
more.
I was just here not having a sandwich, and then you came in.
Exactly. The sandwichless existence that you're living. You can be better.
What do I do? How do I get another sandwich?
Take this $100 can buy many sandwiches, Joaquin.
You gave me $100? And he coughs up $100. He goes, "Oh, holy shit. My life has changed. Good sir, what is your name?"
My sunglasses actually, like, there's a cut and they are back on.
Yeah, of course.
I don't put them back on, but they're just back on. Miguel Ruiz.
Yeah, and as soon as you say that, you like fucking take off the sunglasses, a beam of light hits right in. This is such a dank, dark mansion, but this beam of light hits in, reflects off of your your aviators, and it blinds all of these orphans just a little bit.
No. Okay.
But then it's kind of like a symbolic blind where afterwards they can kind of see as Joaquin looks at his knife kind of knowingly, and you walk away, and you're now right outside of the study of Don Adolfo. And what are you doing, Don?
I turn around dramatically in my chair as Miguel enters the room. You can see that I've been watching my security tapes. I say, "Miguel, did you give money to my orphans?"
Perhaps.
Looks like I will have to give double the money to my orphans to keep them in line. I would appreciate if you did not do that again.
Duly noted. What do you want?
Also, there are lizards everywhere.
Now, give me a kind of a layout. Are they loose lizards or caged?
There are loose lizards everywhere.
So no cages, just loose.
Yeah, just loose lizards. There is also Peaches. My iguana is draped over my shoulder.
And as everyone knows, yeah, that's your favorite lizard, of course.
Absolutely. Peaches the iguana. I say, Miguel, I'm sure you know why I've called you here today. I would not ask for your help after, and I turn dramatically away from the camera, things that have happened.
Don Adolfo, you know I swore I'd never work with you again. This had better be good.
Well, it's time to break that promise. I need you to do crime for me.
Is there something that I can knock over?
Yeah, everything.
I knock over what's on the table to my right.
Yeah, you knock over a priceless lizard statue.
I knock over the lizard statue. Crime? Don Adolfo, I swore I'd never again.
Camila! And another orphan runs into the room and starts sweeping up the pieces of the broken lizard statue.
Yeah.
I say, look, I realize, but, and I pull out a large manila envelope from behind my desk. You would not want this getting out. And you know what it is. You know what I have in this envelope.
Don
Yeah.
Adolfo, you dirty crook.
Don Adolfo throws his envelope on the ground on the table. Miguel and him share a longing stare, and then we cut over to Valentino. With all the talk of crime, Valentino has sweaty palms as he rings them together. He's walking through the street corner, trying to look for a contact, waiting to someone that will supposedly buy nudes of him to leak. But he has disguised himself as to not alert the buyer that it is actually Valentino himself selling his own nudes for a media cycle buzz.
Yeah, so I have a very large coat on. I mean, it's like a big fur coat. It's obviously a very fashionable coat, but I have it draped around me because I'm still wearing my lovely outfit underneath. And a characteristic of mine is my perfectly coiffed pompadour. Always slick and almost hard to the touch. And so in order to disguise that, I'm also carrying a parasol, so I don't stand out in my large fur coat and parasol. Yes. And yes, where could my contact be? Yeah. I must get these out. My new line is about to launch and no one cares about me.
Yeah, so you're walking around, and Veronica, you have just been dropped a bombshell of information. You don't know what to do. You've just been wandering the streets, and then you see across the street. It's like you can't mistake it. That is definitely the hardened pompadour of Valentino. Even though you can tell he's hiding in his worry parasol.
I'd know that parasol anywhere.
Valentino.
That's the parasol that broke my heart.
Valentino has not yet noticed you, but you definitely can tell that it is him, and he looks worried.
I think I would like to watch from a distance and see what's unfolding.
All right. Sure. And so I'm pacing up and down the streets, and I become so nervous. I'd like to let's see here. Let's look at the move list, see if we can do a move. Oh, you know what? A fan comes up to me. A fan who notices me, and I would like to strike out at that fan if I'm able to.
Oh, is this a beauty specific move list?
No, this is just a basic move.
Oh, you're just
I would
okay.
like to,
so you're just striking
strike
out
at
somebody?
someone with voice or violence.
Oh yeah, great.
Ooh.
And so
I forgot about moves.
The basic moves.
I know.
I forgot about
move,
moves in this game.
And so, I'm going to say a fan has come up to me, and I'd like to strike out at them with voice or violence and say, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a common fool.
All right, great. So this is how we talked about earlier. There's no real stats for anybody. Every time you do a move, you just answer a series of questions. Yes means +1. No means -1. So first of all, have you caught them off guard?
Absolutely. They were just hoping for an autograph, and I've yelled at them.
And then have they just wronged you?
Does it count if I feel like
Oh, of course. Everything is about how you feel these questions will be answered. It's not about how reality or standards would say yes or no to.
Yes.
It's about you in the moment.
I feel like they have personally wronged me, and I'd also like to activate one of my my beauty questions, which is, am I the center of attention? And so as this fan is disgracing me and I'm berating them, I throw my parasol. What's that move called when you throw off your cape?
You whoosh it?
Yeah, it's like the anime removal.
Yeah, so I whoosh off my giant coat, revealing my perfectly tailored suit, unbuttoned shirt. My chest is showing, not as good.
How well your outfit is put together is almost as blinding as the light from Miguel's aviators to the more orphans. But luckily, everyone here has fully formed, parented eyes, so they aren't blinded.
There's something very important about my outfit. You see, as a male fashion designer, I have revolutionized men's fashions in that all of my pants are assless.
Actually.
Perfect.
Not fully assless.
Which also the other thing too is once you see that, and we once again, as always, because we have the out of game world deal with an actual assless chaps company, which is why it's in our actual show. But we do a wide shot to show all of the half asses of the men of this city just slightly exposed, but then going back to Valentino to show that once again he has the latest assless fashion, of course.
Absolutely.
So great. So give me a roll, and you're gonna get a +2 on this to strike out at this insolent fan for speaking to you whatsoever.
I have rolled a nat 12, my friend.
Perfect. So on a 10+, you get to choose 2 of these actions.
Okay. That's right. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have any stress. Well, I say I'm going to cut them deeply, and this random NPC, I inflict 1 additional stress on them, is what I'm going to take, and I take something from them.
Ooh.
Okay, well, so what I will say happens is because you inflict 2 stress on them, but they get 1 leverage from you. So what is going to happen? They do have 1 leverage, and because what they were trying to do is they already had their phone out to take a picture with Valentino, and as soon as you slap them, they reflexively snap a few pictures, and their finger is held down on it, so they actually get like a snap show of you striking them. And so, but you now have the option to take something from them.
Oh, I swipe that grubby little phone right out of their hands.
All right, great. So
I assume it's grubby. Everything
perfect.
is.
So this
It's all grubby.
a fan will now have 1 leverage on you because you have striked them and you took their phone away from them. And so they just immediately run away from you. But you definitely, somebody out there knows Valentino has a bit of a temper. Veronica, from the other side of the street, you see Valentino strike this dirty, non-famous person, and they just take their phone. What do you do?
Well, I think at this point, I don't know if I can keep watching from a distance. I think I must approach my former partner and in fashion and confront him.
Veronica.
I do not move. I stand across the street and I shout.
Oh.
I point 1 finger accusingly.
And I say, she cannot hear me, but the camera can. I go, Veronica.
Oh, yeah.
Valentino. What brings you to this dirty street corner filled with non-famouses?
What?
What brings you to this dirty street corner filled with non-famouses?
I quickly shove my photos into my jacket pocket. I was out for a stroll, darling. What are you doing here?
Similarly, out for a stroll. I look away as if to suggest I am being deceitful.
And without looking either direction, I cross the street. The cars will stop for me.
Yes,
Oh,
they
well,
will.
the thing is, the cars and all the people have already stopped because you're all screaming very insulting things about them as a mass. And but the thing is, you don't notice that because why would you?
Why
So
would
you
I?
just walk through the street. All eyes are on you, Valentino. You assume because of how good your fashion is, but it is definitely because of your and Veronica's stances. But rich people aren't to be concerned of the poor, so we'll move on.
Exactly.
So you're now face to face on the other side of the street. I believe traffic has kind of moved around a little bit. Oh, we just got a donation from Antithea86 for $50. Shit, yeah.
Hey, thank you.
So y'all are together. What are you talking about?
I look longingly at my former muse, and I try not to stare too much. And I say, darling, how's Margot?
Mango.
Mango, of course. I have very sloppy penmanship.
He pokes his tiny head out of my purse and stares at Valentino with watery eyes. He's well. How are you? How are your, I pause with meaningfully, designs?
Well, you know, the inspirations come and the inspirations go.
As they do. Queer to see you on the street at this time. So strange that we should run into each other like this, now of all times.
A light piano song starts in the background.
So you've heard. Ralph Lauren is interested in my line, and I have nothing to show.
I've heard quite a lot.
I'm going to very softly reach for your hand, Veronica.
I'm going to pull it back. Not now. Not here.
When?
Darling, I must tell you something. I don't hear him at all. One ear out the other, empty brain, no
Perfect.
thoughts.
Oh, of course.
Darling, I must tell you something. There's something strange afoot in the city. I've heard something very interesting today, something that could prove to be quite lucrative if you were, interested in working together again.
I would. Last time we worked together, it didn't end so well, but I'm willing to try.
Things rarely do end well. All we can do is try. But not here. There are eyes and ears everywhere.
As Veronica says this, a motorcycle is ripping back and forth throughout the actual, because all the traffic is still a little stopped and backed up.
Of course.
And it just, the two of you look over and it seems like a motorcycle is bearing right towards you. And then we cut back. Miguel has left Don Adolfo's house. He has been offered to do crime once more. His head is swimming with all the thoughts. Should I do crime? Should I not? Is crime tight or is it not? Who can tell? You're driving around. Who knows when your aviators got back on, but they were definitely there or not. And then again. So now, Miguel, what thoughts swim in your head as you drive back in town thinking about the offer of crime you were given?
I think about our history, but most of all, I think about what's in that envelope. And I know that I must do this.
Now tell me, we don't have to tell anybody what's in it. Did you take the envelope or not?
Was I assumed I was not allowed to.
So
I assumed
it's
it was
just-
blackmail.
I was gonna say, so it just kind of was left on the table. The
It
audience
was left on. No, there was a tense moment where I moved with a start to get it, and Don Adolfo pulled it away.
Great,
Yeah,
I love it.
I-
Perfect.
And
Yeah,
like-
I
like-
snatched away the envelope.
All right, perfect,
And I
perfect.
put that back in
Great.
the desk. But
Yeah.
then out of the desk, I pulled out what was required for the job.
Ooh.
Gave that to
Yeah,
Miguel.
so the ride back is not a ride of indecision and what do I do? It's a ride of just being so frustrated with myself because I know that Don Adolfo got the better of me.
Yeah.
Because we agreed to work together again.
And now you do have a snake and a very large bag of cocaine on your person.
Okay.
Wait. So
Is the cocaine okay?
so it was you guys. Which one's the more of the crime? Wait,
We're
using the
is
snakes to
is your
smuggle the
operation?
cocaine.
Is your
It's hard to say.
is your operation to smuggle drugs through exotic animals, or drugs, or exotic animals through drugs?
Well, a little bit of tomato.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You just kind of wait
Yeah.
and see which one's the larger crime, and say you did the other one.
He's just trying to diversify.
Now,
Yeah, exactly. You got to diversify your assets.
which one are being more in trouble for, the snake or the cocaine? Okay, well
It
then.
turns out the cocaine.
Cocaine apparently.
The
I
cocaine
smuggled
It is the
That
cocaine.
snake
That is
was-
there's
that cocaine
there's,
was in that snake when I bought
history
it.
there.
If we can visualize this, I assume the cocaine is has a clear label that says cocaine on it, and the little crate with the snake, it says illegally smuggled snake, right?
Yes.
Just for,
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to mix them
Yeah,
up.
it's got
What
a
happens
little-
if you snort a snake? You're gonna look stupid. Definitely.
Gotta
You're
have
the
the right
idiot when you try to
labels.
snort a snake.
Yeah, definitely don't want to snort a snake. Okay, great. So yeah, Miguel, what's your decision on what to do? Are you gonna do crime, or are you gonna?
Yeah, no, I have to. He forced my hand. He's got that envelope.
Great. As you're driving, you see what can only you see what has to be a ghost. Somebody you thought that you'd never seen before, or somebody you thought you would never see again, standing there right in the middle of the roadway. and you just jerk the wheel or whatever the bar of your motorcycle to just
The wheel of the motorcycle.
the wheel of the motorcycle. In this world, we use wheels on them. It's like a weird cyberpunk thing, but it's still in 2020. But nothing's changed, but wheels are on motorcycles. So you jerk your motorcycle wheel hard to the left, hard to the right, and then you find yourself barreling towards Valentino and Veronica on the street. What do?
I remove my helmet. Veronica.
While you're on the bike? Or,
Yeah, like
or
you're
you
like
stop
you're
the
still
bike?
you're driving.
No, I was still driving.
Yeah, like I said, like you're
I
barreling
skid.
towards them.
I did no regard to traffic. I like skid and like burn out and
Okay,
pause.
so I'm gonna
like in the middle of the street, in
I'm
between
gonna let-
Valentino
so
and
if you
Veronica.
are you and you're just trying to just give this up. Okay,
Huh?
I'm you can do. I'm gonna give you a choice. You can your motorcycle can just eat shit and it's gone, or you can save it and take 2 stress.
Oh, no, I will take 2 stress to be very cool.
Okay, great. So what happens is you realize you're about to hit the 2 of them. You jerk your motorcycle weird hard to the left, and then you just put your right shoulder down because you're wearing a sweet-ass leather jacket. As you just skid, and a bit of your leather jacket is just worn down, and so you're going to take 2 stress because that definitely was your father's leather jacket. Yeah.
Okay, so
Just
I've
once more,
Yes.
since I'm not sure if everyone was ready for this, as this is happening.
Yeah. So we cut back. Valentino, Veronica, you are safe as you see Miguel's smoking jacket as just the threading of it has been burned off, and he stands up and he says,
Veronica,
Miguel?
Valentino.
And this is the first time I've noticed anything. I've been so transfixed by Veronica.
Of course, who wouldn't be?
Miguel, you look amazing.
Your jacket, it's smoking.
I look off into the distance. I know.
I haven't seen you since.
Let's not speak of that. Valentino, I've not seen you since.
Let's not speak of that.
What are you doing here?
I could
Either of you in a town like this.
ask you the same thing. I
It appears
assume
none of us wants to say.
I assume you've come to talk about my offer to model for me.
I'm here on other business, Valentino.
Offer? You two have been speaking?
Veronica, let's not make a scene.
Oh,
We're in public.
I'm already making one.
Veronica, it's not what you think.
I think it very much is what I think.
great. So Veronica, you're going to give me a process your feelings out loud roll. When you process your feelings out loud, ask each member of the audience if they're rooting for you. Each one if they're and then each one giving you a +1 and rolling ahead. So this is fun. So the
Who's the
audience
So what do I
is
do?
The audience.
every other player.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh
this,
my god.
So each of you right now. So this is the thing. It's not your character. It's you as an out-of-game player, as an audience member. Are you rooting for Veronica? So, like I said, so it's when you process your feelings out loud, which you are about to do. Ask each member of the audience if they are rooting for you. Each one giving you a +1 with a max of +3 and rolling a hit. Take +1 ongoing while following this information. So, Veronica, give everyone the
Yes.
pitch of what feelings you're about to say out loud.
So, am I correct in assuming it's time to monologue?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
This whole thing is just a series of monologues.
My former lover, the only man I've ever cared for, I thought was lost to me forever. Perhaps died somewhere on that blasted motorcycle. And Valentino, the only man I've ever loved platonically. Both of whom betrayed me, left me behind as if I meant nothing, left me to die. Secretly corresponding with one another. Never willing to let me in. Never willing to tell me that both knew of the other's safety, of the other's existence, willing to collaborate where I was cut out of the world of high fashion and the world of high love. What is one woman to do? Have but one heart, but one soul, and yet it is cleft in twain. How can I forgive? How can I forget? When my heart still bears the scars.
Audience members.
Oh shit! I'm rooting for Veronica.
I've never made love to another man since Miguel.
Great.
I mean,
so
My bed
look at
cold
him.
and
Just
empty.
look
My
at him.
closet with no new clothes.
so obviously Shelby's a yes. Jack.
Of course, I'm rooting.
Jonah.
For Veronica.
100%. So wait, here's my question, Joel. Do we each, as the audience members, have like roles assigned to us? Because like I have like the audience reaction thing of like when the abuela gasps in horror at your action. So are we each like
Oh.
a specific
Yeah, each of
audience
you
member?
have certain things that would like help trigger you. You can get like extra things. So just make sure to keep those in mind because and it's just kind of like an action you do, and then I should remember to ask you about it, but I will not. So just tell me that you think this might be that situation, and I'll tell you if your bullshit's right or not. So Addison, you're gonna give me a roll, a 2d6, and you're gonna get a total of +3.
Can I say one final statement?
Shit,
please?
yeah.
I gave myself to those two men. Mind, body, soul, and wardrobe. Thank you.
Perfect. And
Oh, so
and
good.
what did you roll?
I'm rolling right now.
Oh, I thought you said you rolled
I
6.
rolled a 7.
Is that with the +3?
Oh, no, that's just okay. So a 10.
Okay, great.
Yay.
So on this, on a hit, choose one, take +1 to go while following up the information. On a 10+, set the scene where you follow that information up immediately. So yeah, look at that list on the. Do you have the thing for process your feelings?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
And then while you do that, I want to give a shout out to Incubus Jules. I think that's what that's. I don't know. But you donated $5, and that's tight as shit, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so
You get to
I
choose.
choose one.
Yeah, and then on a 10+, which you get to set up what the next scene is following immediately after this.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's so good.
So, okay. I would like to know a crucial event going on outside of view, please.
Ooh, so as soon as you do that, we start to, and this isn't necessarily the secret information you have, but you definitely are privy to this. Don Adolfo, you are meeting with your animal supplier and cocaine best friend.
Yes.
Let me.
That is correct.
Yeah, Hector, and he, and the thing is what not a lot of people know, except for Veronica. Don Adolfo is very heavily indebted to Hector, because this is pretty much right after Miguel left. All the orphans felt on top of their game, and then as soon as Hector walked in, all of them knew they were not getting a single sandwich out of this man. For if there is anyone crueler than Don Adolfo, it is Hector himself.
Oh no.
Wow.
So yeah, you walk
No, yeah.
in. You walk in on the high of making Miguel do crime again, like you always wanted to, because there's nothing cooler than bringing people down with you. And then Hector walks in and goes, "Don Adolfo, you son of a bitch, where's my money?" And he stabs a giant knife down on the table, and it just pierces through the desk.
Hector, I did not expect to see you and your giant knife today.
Of course you expected to see it. I kept emailing you.
I'm sorry. He clicks on his computer. I'm sorry, it went to spam. But
I told you I don't text. I only email. I believe in the .com boom.
of course, well, look, I know you're here for your money. You will get your money soon. It is just tied up in some other business at the moment.
That's what I heard from pets.com, and I didn't take it lightly from them. He stabs another knife in your desk.
Listen to me, Hector. Listen to me. The money is on the way. But first, before I can make any large moves to acquire what means I need to do, you know how these things work with my plans. I have many plans, Hector.
Of course, I am a man of many knives, and he stabs a third knife in your desk.
Sorry.
I just got this refinished. Listen to me, Hector. You remember Miguel?
Oh, of
Yes.
course. That
With us
Miguel
from
was
the
the best at criming, but he
Miguel was with us from the
sadly
beginning.
left
He
crime.
was with me when I got my moniker, my nickname, El Lobo. Miguel was there, and he left us, and I've been in the lurch ever since. But listen to me, Hector. Miguel is doing a job for me that was going to get the authorities off of my tail. Once that is done, I promise you, you will get your money. But I need time, Hector. I need time. Please.
Don Adolfo, I'll give you time, but you have to promise me one thing.
What is that, Hector?
And he stabs a knife in top of the first knife that he stabbed down. He goes, don't let anyone buy Valentino's news. I can't let his line get off the ground.
Oh.
Oh, trust me. There are much worse things on their way to Valentino as we speak.
And we cut back to Veronica. What is the scene that's set up immediately next?
I think an assassin is coming for Valentino.
Oh, shit!
Oh no!
Fuck yeah!
Oh my
Let's
God.
do it.
Let's go.
So Valentino, you go through the rest of the scene. You're waiting for someone to buy your nudes. No buyer shows up. You're almost hit by your wannabe lover, Miguel. And you saw Veronica once again. You feel feelings of inadequacy. You look at your nudes and think maybe better angles. So you go back to your house. You're buck ass naked. You're taking some sweet ass angles of that body, and then from outside.
Click. Oh, well, don't forget slight photoshopping.
Oh, of course.
Just a little bit of.
If you send Nick pictures of yourself, you gotta shop it, baby.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's
Get
about
that
lying.
Facetune out.
I have some blemishes.
So we're right outside Miguel's house. Oh, sorry, we're right outside Valentino's house.
Yes, of course.
It's taking very tasteful but still sexy as shit nudes. And then you see a rumbling in the bushes from right outside your window.
Oh, I know what it is. It's Miguel. He's finally ready.
Oh, darling.
He's finally ready to be my muse. I open up my. Oh no, I don't have a window like that. I have sashes. I have. Oh, what an idiot! Lift up the window. So I throw up and I go, Miguel, and of course, fully nude in the moonlight.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
But there's like a planter that's blocking it for the TV audience.
Yeah, there's just like a little tasteful plant right there. Yeah. And so you're gonna go ahead and give me a spot something out of place roll.
Okay.
So when you try to spot something out of place, roll with these questions. Have you been intimate with the person recently? It's not Miguel.
So then no.
No. And then are you free of other distractions? No, because you think it's Miguel.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna
doing
roll
nude selfies. I'm thinking of Miguel. I'm very.
You're gonna roll with a -2 on spot something out of place.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
oh, no.
that with the -2, that's a big old 2 right there. Miguel, where are you?
Yeah, we see this, and then we go to a wide shot of the yard. We hear a gunshot.
Joel, can I take a stand?
Shit, yeah.
So a gunshot. I'm actually, I'm walking. I'm nearby on my motorcycle, taking one of my midnight rides.
Of
and I
course.
see something suspicious. And one of my caballero moves is to step in and defend someone. So I want to catch it, realize it, and try to stand in front of the bullet.
I love everything about this. Let's fucking do it.
Okay. So when I step in to defend someone, I roll with the questions. Am I trying to impress them, and is the law being broken?
Are you trying to impress Valentino?
Yes.
And then I guess the law is being broken because there's a murder about
There is
to
an
happen,
assassin.
So. Yeah, real quick, we gotta build this world. Is murder bad? No, okay, no, murder's bad, I guess.
It's
Probably.
illegal.
Oopsie murders are neutral. So anyways, yeah, so you're gonna get a +2 on this.
Okay.
It's definitely more illegal than the snakes or cocaine.
Yes. 8 + 2, so 10.
All right, great. What are the options?
Okay, so I let's see, spend, hold 1 for 1. That is a lot of rules I don't understand. Okay. On a 10 plus, hold 3. When you stand in their defense, spend, hold 1 for 1, 2. Okay, hold 3. Protect
so you
them
just get
from
to
an
pick three.
attack.
Yeah.
Okay, protect them from an attack. Take the stress instead of them. Keep someone from leaving a room unless they go through you. Take +1 on striking out with violence. Okay, so I'll hold. Can I hold that? Take 1 on striking out from violence.
Yeah. So wait,
Okay.
so you just want to do the first one where you just strike out?
I want to protect Valentina from the attack.
Okay,
taking
protect.
the stress instead of them,
Okay.
and keep someone from leaving the room unless they go through you.
Okay, yeah, great. And then you're gonna take a +1 on striking out against them?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what
Yeah. Oh
happens?
yeah. I get that
so
too.
this,
If
so,
they...
so before you do that, I'm gonna explain what happens. Is Valentino, you like open your what is it, sashes?
Like French doors.
Yeah, your French doors, and you're like Miguel, and then you hear a gunshot, and then at this point, we did cut to commercials. We did once again see the commercial for our sponsors.
Oh yeah, is there anything?
Assless
Yeah,
Pants.
Spider Day.
Spider Day.
I suppose what
Yeah.
you see before the commercial is me falling over,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
assume
Yeah,
that
oh,
I
of
got
course.
shot.
Yes, absolutely.
You see that,
Right.
and then we cut back. Miguel on his nightly motorcycle ride, revving ever so slightly, but still with a distant stare as far away as his father is. And then Miguel starts to see rumbling in the bushes of Valentino, and he thinks, well, this can't be good. And then we cut over, and yes, there is definitely an assassin. Don Adolfo is very upset that Valentino has turned down many of his advances, and so he is blind with rage, and also for some reason does not want Valentino to be able to sell his news to get his clothes to sold to Ralph Lauren, and so he's sending an assassin. Miguel sees this happening. He quickly discards his bike, but still safely puts it on the kickstand because that's his character thing. And we also have a kind of a deal with whatever Harley Davidson style motorcycle was you saw in the commercial.
Yeah,
Miguel
it
runs
lingers
over,
on the logo.
jumps in front of the bullet. Boom! We see a shot. Valentino lets out a screech and then falls back. And then Miguel stands up. Everyone thinking, oh shit, Miguel's dead as fuck. But then cocaine has been thrown up into the air because the cocaine that Miguel had in his chest has taken the blow of the bullet. And now this person is so high and realizing that times are tight that he maybe should want to chill. So he has not run away. Yes,
This is-
cocaine has
Joaquin,
saved
no.
the day again. That appears on the screen.
Wait, Joaquin?
No, I said no. Cocaine has saved the day.
Oh, cocaine.
And
I was like,
it
no,
appears on the
Joaquin.
screen. Yeah,
Oh,
Joaquin
no,
took the
I was
bullet
like
and is
assassin
dead.
the whole time.
You gave me hope, and I died for you. Apparently, you can fridge kids too. Anyway, so yeah, so so now what's happened is you're all going to take 2 stress because the cocaine that you had from Don Adolfo has now been blown away and is just seeping out of your chest as if cocaine was your blood and is just taking the bullet for you. And then Valentino, you stand up and you see you're partially right that Miguel was there, and and now Miguel, you can strike out at somebody and get a +1 on this assassin.
Oh man. Well, good, because I just marked enough on my stress track to become rageful, which gives me a +1 to strike out with voice or violence.
So you're getting a +2.
I am getting.
And then we got to ask these questions. Have you caught them off guard? Yes. Have they wronged you? Yes. They
Yes.
shot you. So you're going to get a +4.
+4. All right. I reach
poor
into my side, and I've got like a.
Oh, this
machete
isn't
and
an
a
orphan.
leather-
This isn't an
It's
orphan.
not.
This is the regular.
This is a
assassin.
regular
just a
adult
regular
that was an
regular adult
orphan, but they've graduated
got
to
it.
assassin. So I guess I mean that's once you're an
I mean,
orphan,
they are
you're
still
always
an
an
orphan.
orphan.
Yeah, when
Once
you
you-
age out of being
But
an
an
orphan.
adult.
Yeah,
They're
you
not
could
a
still be
child
an
orphan. They're not a
is-
child
Yeah,
orphan.
they're an adult or they could be an orphan.
I have
still, like
I have a
Batman.
surprise for you. Your
Batman
parents are
orphan?
back. They're
Yeah,
alive
Batman's an
again.
orphan.
Batman's
yeah,
yeah.
see?
Once an
So
orphan,
you could be
always
an
orphan.
orphan
So okay,
assassin. But
an
Batman doesn't
older
kill people
orphan.
because-
It's not Joaquin.
Okay, as long as it's not Joaquin. All right, so I have like a big knife strap, like a leather like knife holster strapped to my thigh, and I grab it out and then I throw it towards the assassin. But I'm actually trying to get it like right by their head so I don't.
Yeah, you're not trying to do like a
because
murder.
I also have the same like TV morality.
Yeah,
assignment.
great. Yeah, so you roll, and then like I said, you get a +4. And then real quick, shout out to Albano Sound Guy, donated $10 with the message of cocaine has saved the day again. Cocaine!
Always.
Ah.
Oh,
All right,
man.
I got a 9.
You heard
I
it here
didn't roll
first,
super
kids.
great with my
Oh.
+4.
You got a +4? You got
I
a
got
9?
a +4 and I got a
Well,
9.
you know,
I am
you can
still
take the fun
a
bunch out of the
heart.
show, but
Yeah,
Um,
can take. Yeah.
okay, so you
Always
get
got a fun
you get to choose one
Okay.
off of this list.
All right, so let me see. This is the part that would normally get edited out for brevity.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
while,
right.
while Shelby's looking at that, Joel, I have a question.
Shit, yeah. Ask me a question.
For the flashback things, when it says spend 1 to 3 stress, that's not like marking stress. That is, you have had stress.
You
accumulated in your
you
period.
take
mark
it.
more.
You take it. You mark more.
You take stress
Okay.
when you do a flashback?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's one where you can spend leverage and one where you can just take stress on upon yourself.
Good to know.
And that's just and because what that gives you is how much stress you take, you get to add that much to your roll to make what you're saying true.
Nice.
Okay. So,
While you're looking at that, I'm just going to say this. Everyone, this whole stream is to go to Covenant House, Georgia. It is a homeless youth shelter in Atlanta, Georgia. They do really great things. It is all of it. So we raised $2,134.69. And we also have T-shirts on sale. All the proceeds of those T-shirts go to Covenant House, Georgia. It's a really great organization. We have this game and one more game left. We're just trying to raise as much money as possible. Also, if you're affected by the pandemic like so many people are, don't feel bad. Just watch the game and have a fun time. Shit's crazy for everybody. If you can donate, do it. If you can't, don't. But thank you for watching so much. And Shelby, what the shit are you going to do?
I'm going to leave with my dignity intact and cancel the leverage that I would have given the assassin.
Great. So pretty much just what happens is like you held them there, and I think, and I'm going to give you this as like a little bonus, like just for the flavor of the scene, is they shoot you, you stand up, and you hold the knife up to them, and they're like, ooh, and you just like throw the knife, hit the gun out of their hand, and then empty all the bullets in a cool and like a cool way, and then you just drop the gun. Like they can take it or whatever, but you definitely and you don't say anything to them. You just give them a long stare.
I don't. I am still wearing my sunglasses.
Yeah, you're still wearing your sunglasses.
It is like 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's 11 at night, and also once again they kind of just grab. I think they grab like the rest of the cocaine that you had, and they go away with it.
So now on the first floor of my house, I have a lovely silk dressing gown on. My chest is mostly exposed, obviously very muscular, not as muscular or hairy as Miguel.
Yeah.
And I run out and I see Miguel.
Oh yeah, Miguel's there. You saw that Miguel just took a bullet for you.
Dang.
You're here,
Valentino.
Miguel.
I've always been here.
I'd like to express my love passionately.
Ooh.
And so I am dressed to impress as I have my lovely silken gown on. They do believe that I'm single. So I think I get +2 to express my love passionately.
Ooh.
So that's 7, 8, 9.
Ooh.
I have 9 to express my love passionately. And so are you rolling against me?
I'm not rolling against you. I'm just looking at what express your love passionately does.
Well, it doesn't matter because as I walk up closer to you, I lay my hand tenderly on your chest scar. Maybe twirl some of your chest hairs a little bit, and I use my Ice Queen move.
Ooh, there's like a harp music in the background.
Yes, where I say, Miguel, you've always been the one for me. So when I'm ready, I'll call you.
Damn!
And I push him away a little bit, and now I have leverage over Miguel.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm
that's
so into this.
good. Can I ask a quick question? I'm a little confused about how leverage works.
Yeah.
Like, how do you accumulate it?
So literally,
that's
so you,
so
you have
good.
there might have been a thing where we're supposed to give leverage over each other in the beginning. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like
so
I definitely
good.
have some leverage over Valentino, but that's like its own.
Oh, absolutely.
let's just go ahead and say everyone's got 2 on each other to base. I don't. There's probably a different way to do it. I'm sorry, Brandon. Your game's very good. I didn't read that part, and I got 2 into the drama.
It's all about the drama. Brandon knows it's all about the drama.
It's drama. So everyone has a base 2, and then we can just add to that because that's fun. Because also like the way that y'all are connected, everyone knows each other. And so what leverage is you can spend it 1-to-1. So you can spend 1 point to get a +1 or a -1, and then there's also the flashback where you can spend leverage with a certain person to say you had
To
a deal
reveal a
with them.
shocking truth.
Well, because the deal is based on leverage. So flashback to a deal with the person. So that would be spending your leverage specifically on that person. And then there's also the shocking truth where you have to have 3 leverage on that person.
Dang.
So like I said, we'll start with that. So this scene has went on. Valentino has enticed Miguel and then told him to go away. And then we cut back to Don Adolfo.
And now he has three leverage on me, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
And now Don Adolfo, we're
Yes.
back at your house.
That's right.
You were waiting for the call for the grown-up orphan to let you know that he had killed Valentino, and then You don't even hear a knock at the door. You just feel the tap on your shoulder as Veronica has made her way in.
Yes. I would like to make a big entrance.
Shit, yeah.
Oh.
It's one of my moves. If
Oh
when
my
I enter a
gosh.
scene, oh shoot, I don't have a leverage. Shoot, I don't have a leverage on him. Never
Well, no,
mind.
like I said,
everybody has
everyone
two
has
on
a base
everybody.
of
everybody
two.
has two on everybody.
Like
then
everyone has
yes,
two on
yes,
everybody.
yes.
We're just
Okay,
doing that.
Sorry, I am gonna burn a leverage. I would like to force. I would like to force Don Adolfo to obviously stare at me and act with desperation before acting against me. Yeah, big entrance. If they roll a 7 to 9, instead of the MC telling them the cost, complication, whatever, you take something from them or take leverage back. Your choice. If they miss, you get both instead of the MC making a move. I don't fully understand it, but I want to do it.
So yeah, let me. I don't think because they want to get any pluses or minuses, right? They just roll a straight
Yeah.
2d6.
Let's roll a straight 2d6.
Roll it.
Yeah.
That is a 5.
Ooh.
So what happens when they fail?
Let me look.
I'm trying to pull it up too.
If they miss, I get both. So it says take it says if they miss, you get both instead of them making a move.
Okay.
So you can take something from them and get your leverage back.
Great. So you
Oh,
literally
nice.
you don't lose any leverage and you get to take something from them. So pretty much what happened is like Don Adolfo, you were sitting there so waiting for this adult orphan to do an assassination for you for money, and then you just feel Veronica tapping you on the shoulder, and you don't know it, but Veronica knows it. She's got some fucking info on you. Let's go to it.
I turn around and I say, not knowing that it's Veronica yet, I say, look, if Hector sent you, I told him I would get the money. Please, please. You.
Oh, I'm not here for Hector. I'm here for me.
Your dress flows in the breeze of the open window. Yes.
Veronica, you're looking so-so.
Don Adolfo, you're looking tired.
I am tired. Tired of dealing with all of this shit.
Yeah, a lizard shits on him as he says it.
Come on, Peaches.
I would like to slap some papers down on the table. A closer look, the camera zooms in, revealing it is a birth certificate
There's
that reveals that
Yeah.
Don Adolfo is Valentino's half-brother.
There's like dun, dun, dun. Don Adolfo, the news of this.
I know.
The news of this causes you to take one stress.
Oh, gosh. All right.
I knew it. I called it.
Did you think I wouldn't find out? Did you think I haven't slept with every doctor in the local hospital?
Well, even if he is my half-brother,
Dun, dun, dun.
it means nothing. This... You think you have leverage on me? No.
I know I have leverage on you.
Well, maybe a little bit, but it doesn't matter. I've already set and planned my own machinations against him. You see, as of this moment, and then I think I get a call from the assassin.
Yeah, I was about to
saying that,
get a call
like-
from the assassin being like, hey, do you want to start a band together? Because I got a lot of ideas. So
Also,
Scott's coming back in a hard way.
I haven't taken anything yet from him.
Mm.
I would like to I produce a mealworm from my pocket and I beckon to Peaches.
Oh.
What does that do? Does that kill it?
No.
No, I'm just it's a treat. I want to take the lizard.
Oh shit! I was like, this is drama. Yeah. So
It's
you.
just a mealworm.
So,
I'm not
okay,
gonna kill
so
the
this is what
lizard.
happens is Don
I'm
Adolfo
just gonna
gets a,
take the
Don Adolfo
lizard.
gets a call where someone's screaming about ska and how it's the birth of all time itself, and then you notice that Peaches has been tired of being like, oh no, why is this person always telling me don't poop on them? And you offer them a mealworm, and they climb around your shoulder as they eat it and don't poop on you. And Don Adolfo, you hang up the phone after you get the devastating news that that Valentino was not killed, but in fact Miguel took a shot of it, and it turns out the shot that it took was your cocaine that you're trying to get money from, and then the guy was just like, ooh, I did it all because I'm an addict, because I was an orphan that you just made do crime all the time, and I have coping skills that aren't good.
I turned back to. Oh yeah, you go ahead.
I gently pat Peaches on their scaly little head and I say to the lizard, you and I have a lot in common. We're both cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don Adolfo, what do you do as you see Peaches has abandoned you? You find out your cocaine is gone. Surely the snake got away in the bushes.
Fuming with rage, Don Adolfo says, "Well, it is no matter. For you see, the assassination was not the only plan that I had set into motion to kill my half-brother. You see," and I would like to invoke a flashback to a plan that is already in motion.
Wait, so you
Yes,
already
yes,
knew the
yes.
half brothers, so you were trying to kill Miguel too on top of Valentino.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so what's the so reveal to
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh my god.
So, I will spend 3 stress. I will take 3 more stress, which will, I think, take me to what, rage? Is that correct? When I hit 4?
yeah, so
Also,
yeah.
I just double checked. Mealworms are good for lizards.
Shit, yeah. I didn't think you were
good.
trying. I just got so I was just like, are we murdering?
Oh, I pull out a gun and I shoot
I have
the
a
lizard off his
very
shoulder.
real relation with death. So when you flash back to a time you made preparation, spend 1 to 3 stress and roll plus stress spent. Choose one and tell the GM what it was. So you get to choose. You get to roll a plus 3 on this.
Yes,
I'm
I'm going to mark 3 stress, which will take me to 4 stress total, activating my bitter rage feature of El Jefe, where I become at 4 stress both rageful and bitter.
Ooh, I love it. That's
Ooh.
the only good way to be a boss.
Yes. So, it is no matter. I knew that the assassination would fail, but that Miguel would be on the way because I sent Miguel to Vincento's house. You see, it was never about the cocaine. It was about the snake. Which I told Miguel to leave in the house. The cocaine was a ruse. It was always a ruse. You see, Valentino is my half-brother. But that does not mean that he has not wronged me.
Well, I thought Miguel was your half brother. Which one's your half brother?
No,
No,
Valentino's
Valentino's the
the
half
half-brother.
Valentino is my
I
half-brother.
wrote my notes down wrong. Continue.
That was all of us on the couch correcting Grandma Joel. Grandma Joel, pay attention.
Yeah, yeah. The GM's like, wait, who's who? All right, go on. Valentino, your half brother. Fucking do it.
Just because Valentino is my half-brother does not mean that he has not wronged me and does not deserve everything that is coming his way. Plus, Hector wants what Hector wants. And Hector does not want Valentino to be able to sell his designs to Ralph Lauren. So he will not. Whether he is dead or in prison, it makes no difference to me. So, the snake is already in place, and the authorities have been called.
Give me that roll.
All right.
I'm so fucking pumped. I'm gonna flip my desk over right now.
Oh my
Whole
god.
stream's gonna be fucking over.
It's a 9 with my +3.
My heart is racing.
Okay, so on a hit, you pulled it off. Great. So as soon as you say that, you just start thinking, oh no, you knew that Valentino was gonna be self-conscious earlier, and he'll definitely be taking nudes. And then if he gets caught, he'll only be in his. What'd you say you were in? Like what kind of robe?
It was like,
Silk-
you know, the silk
his silk
dressing
dressing
gown.
Yeah.
gown.
So,
Silk
and
dressing
you know
gown.
that he will only wear his silk dressing robe. And the thing about it is, it's made of snake skin, so you can't even tell a snake is on you. Oh,
and then the
you have done it
snake.
again. We got that. Miguel has.
So you sent me to that. Oh,
Yes. So
I
Miguel
sent
has.
you to plant the snake, Miguel.
Sent me-
Miguel
to
has
plant the
sped off
snake.
the snake, surely, as I said, and I planned it because all GMs have everything planned, and improv is bullshit. The snake has just slithered its way out of the bushes into Valentino's house. You're sitting there covered in your snake silky robe, thinking, ooh, I have definitely tantalized Miguel, and maybe I'll get him. Ooh, my robe, fucking part of it is tickling my leg. Who cares what words are? And oh, but don't matter. It's only a robe. And you. Let's see. Where the move?
Am I still in the scene, or have
So
I
you have
smirked
just-
and put my
you have just,
helmet on and
you-
drove off?
You have just driven away, and so I'm gonna once again need you, Valentino, to spot something out of place.
Oh, so good.
Yes, for that moment, it's just that cut of Don Adolfo just laughing at Veronica.
I do still have your lizard.
I mean, you know, there's wins on both sides.
Okay, so
It's not the same.
both of the questions, have I been intimate with this person recently? No. Are you free of other distractions? Definitely not, because
Yeah.
my
Oh, you're walking on cloud 9. You got Miguel right where you want him.
my PG-13 seduction plan is in full effect. Miguel is wrapped around my little
He wanted to
finger.
know what was behind that well-placed bush.
Right.
Oh.
Mhm.
But I only rolled a 5.
Ah.
Oh,
El Lobo strikes again!
So as I sit there kind of like swirling maybe a warm chocolate milk in my glass, ready for bedtime.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking of is
I know
how
he loves the warm chocolate milk.
I do love warm
Yeah.
chocolate. Well, I suppose the hot chocolate. What I have
No,
It's-
it's
it is-
warm
it is
chocolate
warm
milk.
Chocolate milk.
temperature.
It's not hot chocolate.
it's
That's
room temperature hot
Yeah.
chocolate. Absolutely.
room temperature. You make it. You let it sit. Then you put the marshmallows in because you don't want them to dissolve.
Right, 'cause
No.
I have a very sensitive tongue, and I don't want
Of
it
course.
to be burned.
Yeah.
So I'm
We
just
all. That was a
thinking-
big arc in season 2. We don't have to cover it.
Of course, yeah, we don't have to
Yeah,
worry
Everyone
about
knows
it.
about that.
You hit all
As
those
I
beats already.
sit there thinking of Miguel and how eventually
Right.
he will be mine.
And we see this swirling of a glass, and then we see a wide shot. We see a tight end shot of the floor next to the couch as we just see this room temperature chocolate milk hit the ground and shatter. Miguel, miles away. Your helmet starts to ring because you have one of those cool ass phones that has a Bluetooth in your helmet, so you can drive and take conversations for exposition. Veronica calls. She's rushed. You can hear the wind hitting her phone as she is just darting in and out of traffic, alerting you that Valentino is in danger. Have this conversation now.
Miguel,
Oh,
Miguel, I must tell you something.
what is it, Veronica?
I've been to see Don Adolfo, and something's happening. Valentino, he's in danger.
I know. And I hang up.
Oh
Hey, meanwhile, I would like to do a flashback of something I prepared.
shit! Yeah, do it.
Yes,
Flashback.
yes,
Go,
yes,
go,
yes,
go,
yes,
go,
yes,
go,
yes,
go.
yes.
This is related to Don Adolfo. I've left something back. I would like to do sort of a montage of flashbacks because, as I mentioned, I was once a beauty queen who specialized in allegedly poisoning my competition. So, I just like Don Adolfo is familiar with poisonous snakes, I too am familiar with poisonous snakes. I would like a montage of me milking a snake, like snake venom into a little bottle.
Yeah, of
Me
course, and
sneaking
of
into-
course, it is the milk.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course. You all know that Valentino loves his milk, and that's the easiest way to get at him. So this is preparation, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. How many stress are you spending?
I'm spending 3 stress.
3 stress because you knew Valentino with this new line. You knew it wasn't as good as he could do, and that somebody would
knew it
definitely try to
wasn't.
take him down because he has many a fashion investor in him. To where if Valentino goes down, they all go down. So roll this with +3.
Yes,
Wait.
thank you.
Wait. Who are you trying to poison?
I'm
No.
poisoning Don Adolfo.
And-
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, never. I got so excited. So yeah, he likes milk. Everyone likes milk in this. So Don
Yes, everyone
Adolfo.
likes milk. Well, actually, what I said was milking a snake, which is when you.
Oh, that's why I got milk. Anyways, I got too excited. There's too much drama. It's still
No.
milk though. You milked a snake into more milk.
When I snuck into Don Adolfo's establishment, when I stuck into his home, before I tippy tapped him on the shoulder, first I snuck around and I deposited wee bits of snake venom in all of his various beverages.
Yeah. What's the thing
I
is,
do have various
well, because
beverages.
they're half brothers, so we had to slowly throughout the seasons drop the clues. And the thing is that connected
They
them is they
both
both
love
love
milk.
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 Yes.
But the thing
That is how
is,
we know they're
but this is what's
related.
fun is that's why they're half brothers. Valentino loves a good room temperature, like hot chocolate. Don Adolfo just likes a room temperature milk.
Yes.
Oh.
No, actually, he has it with ice cubes.
Well, I mean, but then
you know
he
he's
lets them
evil.
melt.
That's true.
Yeah.
Only
so
melted
I
ice cubes in my whole meal.
rolled an 8. I'm taking on 3 stress, so that makes that an 11.
Woo!
Oh,
Perfect. So which one?
So yes,
No.
So you
I
stowed
stowed
away
away
something-
something
yeah.
hidden.
And so on a hit, you pulled it off. On a 10+, take +1 forward action on this. Yeah. So Don Adolfo, you have a triumph at last as you sent Veronica speeding off into the night. You know Miguel has already left. Valentino is ripe for the poisoning as you take a big old slurp of milk,
Yes.
and that's when you feel it. The hit of poison. You start to hear a thumping. Dum 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 dum. You know you've been poisoned. It's like a lot. It's ridiculous. Like you, as soon as you feel the poison hit you, you're like, I've been here before. And as soon as you know what to do, you're
been poisoned.
being poisoned, and that's what you the only thing that you can do to get to retroactively get out of this poison is you got to process your feelings out loud to an orphan and convince them to give you their blood because it will heal you. Yeah, they have a dialysis machine. He's done this so many times. The orphans take the poison. He doesn't die anymore. Rich people live forever. So, give me Give me a process your feelings out loud as you're trying to convince one of your orphans to give you some blood.
All right. So I turned to one of the orphans in my employ, who is named Vicente, who looks suspiciously like Veronica and Valentino. I turned to this orphan and I just say, please, Vicente, I need your blood. The poison is coursing through my system.
Okay, as the
There
audience,
is unfinished business.
as the audience members, Shelby, Jack, and Addison, are you backing this move to make orphans give blood to fix the poison in his body?
No.
Absolutely not. No.
As his
What he deserves.
as his last ploy to try to get the orphan to cooperate, he says, "I will tell you who your parents are."
Does this change anyone's decision?
Shit.
Five,
Still a no. Still
4,
a no.
No, it doesn't.
2.
I give him one.
Okay, so you get a -2.
Whew.
Wait, technically, would that be a -1 then? Because it's -2 for each of you, +1 for Jack. So you get a -1.
A -1.
Yep.
Woo!
I guess you can abstain.
They say 3. Oh.
We cut to the next morning. Hospital beds next to each other because they sort by blood type and DNA.
Yes.
Valentino, you wake up in a daze. Your body feels poisoned as fuck. Don Adolfo, you wake up in a daze. Your body feels also poisoned as fuck. You sit there, you slumber, you wake up from your slumber, you think, oh shit, did someone poison me? That's ironic. I poisoned someone last night. Valentino, you think, oh, did I get too drunk again and then kind of give myself alcohol poisoning because I was like plotting a lot of stuff. I might have a drinking problem. And then you look at your chart that's just like sprawled out because there was an intern trying to learn some shit like he was in the show House. And it says, this dude was poisoned.
Poisoned.
And then a nurse coming in to check on both of you at once, but they have a really strict timeline because nurses are really overworked and they actually do more work than doctors in general, and the doctors take a lot of the credit. And so she rips the curtain between the two of you and says, how the fuck both of y'all feeling? I gotta do rounds today and I don't have a lot of time for you both of you because it seems like you're poisoned for actions you chose. So I, as a nurse, still have to check on you with the Hippocratic Oath, but still am kind of callous to both of you. So I'll leave as soon as you give me a one-word answer. The two of you lock eyes. You see your half-brother is there. Valentino, you do not know it's your half-brother. Don Adolfo, you definitely know this. The tensions are high. What the fuck is going on?
Valentino, do you know who has taken my hat?
Don Adolfo. Funny seeing you here. I know this hospital sorts by blood type and DNA matches. What are you doing next to me?
Well, I'm sure it's just a coincidence. You know, you're. I guess you just happen to be O negative, huh?
An intern walks in and says, no, I forgot to update your chart, Mr. Valentino. And he writes down half-brother of the person next to him. Anyways, I'm happy I could update your chart. You have a good day. Intern away. And he tries to do like a fly thing. He trips on his shoes. Everybody laughs at him. He leaves the room. What the fuck's going on? Miguel, Veronica, you're in the lobby. You run into
We're in the
each
lobby.
other. You're in the lobby of the hospital. Veronica,
Nice.
you had found out Valentino had been admitted. Miguel, you were trying to find Don Adolfo the night before to tell him your cocaine had been shot, but you knew it was him that sent an assassin to Valentino and you're going to call him out. And then Joaquin was like, hey, you're the person that gave me a sandwich earlier. And as an adult, I look up to you, so I'll give you information that you need to move the exposition on. So you find yourself in the lobby of the hospital. What the shit's
Joel.
happening?
Can I flash back
Of course you can. Do it now.
to 1 week prior?
Yeah.
When I made a deal with Valentino.
Shit. Leverage. Spend it.
Gotta do it. All right. I'm gonna spend 2 leverage. All right. Hold on, let me read how this works. Roll plus leverage spent. Flashback to the moment you made a deal. On 10 plus, you do both. 7, 9, choose one. Okay. Your partner in the deal does the other. Okay. All right. I got 7, 8, 9. Or wait, 7, 8, 9. So I got a 9.
So yeah, choose one. Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
on a 10 plus, you do both. On a 7 to 9, choose one. Your partner in the deal
So
does the other.
you were making a deal with me.
Yeah, so
right?
I was
both of
making
you
a
get to
deal
choose
with
one
you.
of this.
Okay.
I get to choose.
So you get
What do I get to choose? What they promised or what I promised?
So you choose first, and then whichever one you don't choose, Jack will get to fill in the blanks of that.
Oh, very cool.
Love that.
Okay. Can we like play out the flashback?
Yeah, yeah, do it. So
Okay.
Which one are you? So are you gonna go with what you promised or they promised?
Well, you'll find out.
Shit, yeah, do it.
Okay. Dead of night. Valentino hears a knock on his door.
And of course, I answer in that very same dressing gown that we've seen earlier. It's my dressing gown.
The self-same gown.
I still have my motorcycle helmet on, and I take it off, and then I take off my glasses, and my hair does the thing.
And I love it every time. Miguel.
Valentino. I find myself in hot water. Do you know Don Adolfo?
I've heard many of his crime exploits, yes.
Well, Valentino, I have a bit of a sordid past. I don't want to go into it now. I can't. But I've been roped in. He knows something that no one else can know. And I need your help. Valentino, he's going to send me to murder you.
Oh.
I know we've had our tension in the past. I'm willing to model for you. If you do this one thing for me, Valentino, I need you to kill Don Adolfo. Oh.
Say no more.
We lost our GM.
Oh no.
So
What happened?
flashback within a flashback.
Oh,
with me and
yeah.
Veronica.
Double
Yes.
flashback.
Oh,
Double
shit,
flashback.
yes,
Double
yes,
flashback. And Joel's not here to tell us we can't do that. So
No,
do it.
yeah, just keep on.
Let's
Inception
go.
the
Do it.
flashbacks.
The mods are asleep. Post extra flashbacks.
Yeah.
Great. So it's me and Veronica in my fashion studio. Lovely set, lots of fabric everywhere.
I'm draped in a mink coat.
Oh, and I say, Veronica,
Valentino.
I know I've failed you as a fashion designer, but
Yes.
I have a plan to bring us both back to the top.
Well, I love to be on top.
Oh, you've told me many a tales as our friendship is platonic.
Yes. Exactly.
So, Veronica, my big deal with Ralph Lauren, it hinges on my half brother being out of the way.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
I heard all of it. I was on my phone, by the way. Keep going.
Your half brother, Don Adolfo.
That's right.
I know things.
I need a little of my family's money to get me over this creative slump. And while he's in the picture, I won't get any of it. So can you use some of your beauty queen training to snuff him out?
Well, I've always been good at
Okay, so I know that
mixing drinks.
Shelby you gotta mix.
Shit.
So I'm just trying to make sure because I like the double flashback. I heard you say that you could do whatever you want when I was gone. You could have done that when I was here. So
Exactly
it doesn't matter. So kind of tell me, how is this playing on each other, just so we know the mechanics of because it was supposed to be one of you promised what, and then Jack, you also need to give me a role with your flashback with Veronica as well.
Oh,
that's
yes.
true. Okay. So the flashback with Miguel, Miguel promised me that he would model for me, and I promised him that I would kill.
Don Adolfo.
My name's
Don Adolfo.
Don Adolfo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I promised. That's what they promised. Okay, so for my flashback, let's see here. Flashback deal. You may have someone spend 1 to 3 leverage. Oh, okay. Well, I will have to give up some of my
Because this would be with Veronica.
Yeah, and you have 2 leverage.
Okay, so I will spend both of my leverages with Veronica,
Great,
and that'll
so yeah.
get me up to a 9.
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. So it's the same thing, where. Okay, so you're saying what they promised is to kill
Yes. and
Don
so,
Adolfo. So
Veronica has
what,
promised-
Veronica,
so-
you get to say what Valentino has promised you.
He promised me that he would reunite me with Miguel.
Okay. And then Miguel,
Ooh.
you...
Oh, this
What,
is so
and
good.
so, okay, and so real quick, so what was it? Did you tell them what they promised? Or what you promised? Like, what did you tell Valentino that you needed them to do?
Oh, I told Valentino that I needed them to kill Don Adolfo.
Okay, great. And so what did you, Valentino, tell Miguel you need them to do?
Oh, I told Miguel he needs to model for me.
Okay, great. So I just want to make sure all this is clear. All right, so perfect. So yeah, so now we flash back. We're now in the lobby. Miguel and Veronica have found each other. Both of you are going to go visit these two. And
Yeah. We share a tense moment of eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little harder because I do have my sunglasses on, but you can tell that
It's
I'm
very
making
difficult, but I
very
can still
direct
see.
eye contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel because like they are piercing
yeah.
and distant at
Of
the
course.
same
Oh, yes.
time.
Okay,
1 second.
are you good?
I have to check the
Oh,
basic moves.
I do,
again.
and then I can give a shout out while you're doing that. Thank you
Hello.
to Big Snake Milk for donating $10.
Big snake milk.
Big Snake Milk.
Big
And
Snake
then just a reminder, we
Milk.
did get rated, and so we do have a fair amount more people here. We're raising money for a homeless shelter based out of Atlanta, Georgia. They're great. They do a lot of good stuff. We have T-shirts on sale. You can buy T-shirts. All the money raised for this goes to them and do it. But we're let's not talk about the depressions of the real world and how capitalism has crushed us, and we should be a democratic society if we actually want to progress further in the world. Let's just play a fun game. Because that's not going to happen because Joe Biden's the Democratic nominee. And go fuck us, right? Anyways, Addison, what were you going to do?
Oh, I would like to express my love passionately.
Shit, yeah. Do it.
Oh,
Miguel, you see Veronica across the room, and you start to feel that there's the tension that you felt before. You came here to make sure that Valentino had lived through the night and Don Adolfo had died, but also you feel once again that rekindling with Veronica. So you're gonna express your love passionately. So the
Wait,
first
so
question.
are all four of us in the same room together?
So no, Valentino.
No, we're in the lobby.
Yeah,
lobby.
Valentino, Don Adolfo, y'all were locking eyes in the hospital beds because it's sorted by blood type and DNA.
and,
And
Perfectly normal.
that's how hospitals work. Don't at me,
Every time.
Paul.
Convenient. I love how
Um,
convenient it is.
And then, so Addison, so let's ask this first question. Are you dressed to impress?
Oh, you better damn believe I am.
always.
And the second question for Miguel, well, not for Miguel, for Veronica, referring to Miguel, do you believe that they are single?
Do they believe that I'm single, or do I believe
Do
that
you believe
that I
Do you
am
believe
single?
that Miguel is single?
Oh,
Ooh.
I believe so, but I have some suspicions about Valentino.
That's
but
fine though. I
mean,
think that's still.
I don't see a ring on that finger.
That's right. That's
There
perfect.
is no ring.
That's perfect. Great. So you're gonna get a +2 on this roll.
Yes. Okay. Let me roll this.
No, this is the best game I've ever played or run.
This is my favorite. I'm having so
this
much
is a
fun.
good game.
Oh,
This
I
is the
have
only
good
game.
news.
What a good
Yes.
game.
I rolled a 12.
Ooh.
So on a 10+, they choose 2. So this is actually Shelby. You have to do this because you choose 2 of these options.
This is so good. Okay.
Yeah, this is the best game ever.
This
Everybody
is
go.
oh man,
while you
this
go,
is the best.
go look
this
at
is the
that.
only game.
You go look at those options. Everyone
is
else,
anyone playing
look up
Master Dungeons
Passions
and
de los
Dragons?
Pasiones by Brandon Leon Gambetta. Currently, it was fully funded on a Kickstarter. If you go look up the Kickstarter right now, it will send you a link to where you can subscribe to be alerted when they are taking pre-sales. 100%. Get this fucking game. It's the best.
It's
So good.
It's a
So
stupid
good.
amount of fun.
This isn't even the full game.
Yeah, this
that
is
we're
the Ashcan
playing.
version.
It's just the
We are
Ashcan.
playing the version that is just, hey, this is a game we're thinking about making, which they have made now. Like 100%.
Yeah.
Get this game.
So good.
So good. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun.
This is
Okay.
incredible.
You need this podcast.
Actually, any
Oh
mods?
my
Any mods? Could you
God.
link up the Kickstarter in the chat, please?
Oh yeah, that'd be
yeah,
great.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
I also I undo the top button of my dress.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh,
so yeah.
yes.
So Miguel, what are the 2 options you're picking?
Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. Oh shoot. Okay, I might create a new rule too. Okay, so I'm going to take reveal a secret I probably shouldn't and give you leverage.
Shit. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. So Veronica, you unbutton the top of your dress
I do.
as you profess your love to me. You see
Miguel.
Miguel. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Miguel, you should know something. I have not known the touch of another man since we shared my bed.
Veronica, wait. Before you go further, you should know something as well.
What, my darling?
And Miguel starts unbuttoning his shirt and opens it up, and you see that there is no scar. I am not Miguel. Veronica, you cannot tell anyone.
And what will you give me to keep me quiet?
Oh shit!
I mean,
Veronica, what are you?
Chad's going wild right now. You gotta go.
Oh man, Veronica.
Yeah.
Once
again, it's a similar
What
scene.
do you?
Once again, it's a
but
similar scene
we
to
are
the
like
street
right here.
because
We are,
like
like,
there's a bunch of people with ailments and injuries in the waiting room,
Yeah.
and it looks like the
There's
two of
someone-
you are about to just have straight up sex.
Right,
in
yeah,
there.
like we are
because both of you are
nose to
unbuttoning.
nose.
Yeah, like every time you unbutton your shirt, you're
Yeah.
taking one more step forward, and there's like some guy like coughing. There's some woman like her arm
Yeah.
is bleeding.
There's
a lot.
man like being dragged across on a gurney with his chest.
Oh yeah,
cavity
but the
open.
two of you so ready to bone
I
down.
place
Yeah.
one hand on his unscarred chest, and the other hand I slap him across the face.
I slap her back,
Oh my god!
and we kiss passionately in the lobby.
You're damn right we do.
That's great. So as this scene goes on, we cut back to Valentino and Donalfredo have been talking. Valentino, you now have the information that Donalfredo is your half brother. You're shocked, and you realize, oh no, I have a snake bite on my leg. It wasn't actually the silky robe part of my robe because I forgot what fucking cloth is called in separation. The is it just a rope? I don't know. Who cares? Math, nothing matters. Words are dumb. So you realize that the Donalfredo, fucking whatever, Donalfredo. That's all I want to say.
Donaldolfo.
He was the one that sent the snake to bite you. It was all a ruse because you know every time a satchel of cocaine gets sold in this town, a snake goes with it, and that's the sign of Donaldolfo. Donaldolfo, you can tell on Valentino's face, he has figured out every single one of your tricks, and like he's watched all 3 seasons immediately in one commercial break. Let's do this fucking scene.
Donadolfo.
Wow, that brotherly instinct right there. We just said each other's names at the same time.
I get up from my bed and I put my hand on my half brother's shoulder. And I say, I've known for some time.
You have. Truly.
And at first I was ashamed. But I've come to a realization, Donadolfo.
What is that?
Oh, hold on for 1 second. I suppose I'd like to process my feelings out loud.
Yes.
God, this game is so good.
This is the best game. Okay. This is the
The
only game,
only
perhaps.
game.
Yeah, it turns
The
out this is
only
the only
game.
game that we neted.
All the rest of
Yeah.
them left.
Can't believe they've never made another game.
This is it.
I've
Took 'em so
rolled.
long.
But we need to add the audience score for after my little monologue.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Perfect.
Donadolfo, you
Yes,
and
my friend.
I have been fighting silently against each other for years.
see, ever since you wronged me, you never paid me for your reptiles, and
Yes.
for a time my business was ruined because you wronged me, my brother.
Yes. And I only stiffed your payment for your reptiles because before then you got my models hooked on your evil cocaine, causing them to at first get skinny and beautiful, but then fall to addiction.
Once he
And I
says
lost
the
some.
downfall of cocaine, you hear a snake rattle for the audience.
Yes. You see, we've been battling back and forth, but once I found out that you were my half brother, I realized that with our powers combined, your might and my creativity, we could rule the underworld together.
Hector, this is...
No.
It's amazing how very much on the same page we are right now.
It's like you're almost brothers.
It's almost like we're brothers. You're the chocolate milk to my watered down whole milk.
As soon as this milk reference is said, Miguel and Veronica, you both feel a feeling you haven't felt before. It's the merging of two milks. You know that your love is passionate. It burns deep. You have questions that have to be answered right now, but you know that something wrong is afoot.
Something wrong is afoot. Let's go.
You both run back.
Yeah, we
So
run.
I was fixing my microphone. It was falling out of place,
We
and
go.
I didn't want to make noises on the
Go,
stream.
my darling.
I have my purse slung across my shoulder. Out of the purse peeks an iguana and
Yeah.
a watery-eyed chihuahua.
Yeah, the two of them have become best friends. There's a web mini series about it, and we just show them hanging out, and it's really
It's called
chill.
fruit salad.
Yeah, because we're
Each is
just
a
trying to get
mango.
the interaction of people in the web crowd because we're a telenovela, and we're scared because we're on cable television and it's dying. The two of you run past. There's a small thing in the left-hand corner that says the name you just said that was very funny, and I immediately forgot it because I'm tired.
It
And
was
then-
called
salad.
fruit
Salad.
Fruit salad. Shit, yeah, perfect name. Fruit salad comes on the thing, and it says a website, fruitsalad.com.net. I don't know. Who cares about riffs? Moving on.
Salad.gov.
Fruitsalad.com.
Oh, so does Jack still need to roll for his, process feelings?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
So, yeah, you do that, and then as soon as this is going to end, Veronica and Miguel bust in the door. Process those feelings. Oh, sorry, yeah. So, everybody...
So I process
I gotta
feelings,
vote.
so we need
you
audience
gotta vote. You gotta vote.
Plus
You gotta
one
vote.
for
This,
me,
the
my
drama's
guy.
too hard. The hardest part about playing this game is being the GM. I just want y'all to go.
I would like to put a vote of support. for
Okay, so we got
Valentino.
plus
I support
one.
Valentino. Yeah.
Two.
Okay, yeah, then that is
Three.
a partial success.
All right, great. So yeah, you get to
Let's see here.
do.
So the audience can tell me how I might find love with Miguel.
Ooh.
How dare you?
Oh.
How dare you?
So yeah, so
Still got to play, you know what I'm saying?
actually, yeah, I'll actually let y'all are the audience. How do you think?
Ooh. Wait, repeat the
Oh.
question one more
What
time.
are we? Yeah. What are we?
The
How do you
audience
find
is
love?
Valentino wants to find love with Miguel.
Ooh. Like in this exact moment or overall? Like
Overall,
like-
I just-
That's an overall
Wait,
story.
also another
with
question.
Miguel.
With the real Miguel?
Well, that's
with,
the
with
thing.
which Miguel?
Valentino doesn't have this information yet.
But see, it
Oh.
says find love with the partner of my choosing. So in my head, that is the real Miguel
Yeah.
with the scar.
Oh.
The where
okay.
is the
one
real
with the
Miguel?
Yeah.
scar.
So
Where is
okay.
the real
So the
Miguel?
thing
Where
is
is the real Miguel?
you
Real
know, and this is the thing. When we saw in the flashback earlier, his shirt was slightly unbuttoned. The real Miguel was definitely the one to ask Valentino to kill Don Adolfo, and this non-scarred Miguel is the one wearing the same shirt but a different body. Perhaps a twin? Valentino, you immediately realize the way that you can find love with Miguel is following through. Don Adolfo, he is there. He is within your sights. You know you can get him to side with you because Don Adolfo always wanted a brother. He talks about it a lot when he sells cocaine to people. And you just know if you just got close to him, you could then kill him and then make Miguel love you. And then immediately the door bursts open. Miguel and Veronica walk in. You notice, shit, I get to see Miguel's body like I fucking enjoy. And then because his shirt is so unbuttoned because he was really
Yeah, in
hardcore
a fit
making
of
out with
passion.
Veronica.
Yeah, I did not think about
In a
it.
fit
He
of
didn't-
passion
yeah.
and anger
Yeah.
and passion.
He did not button
Yeah.
it back up. You notice there is no scar on that chest. It's bare as shit. There's no hair around the scar. There's no hair at all. It doesn't even look like there's razor marks. Perhaps he's not even that hairy, and that's definitely your style. And Valentino and Don Adolfo, you now realize Miguel is an imposter!
And so they burst in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Don Adolfo.
Oh no, I was going to ask. So, I would I have been able to put together that I had been poisoned by Veronica. the
Oh, of
previous-
course. You've been poisoned. Like I said, you've been poisoned many times, especially by Veronica.
Yeah.
So many times.
Well, I think that since Don Adolfo is currently rageful and bitter, that he is going to strike out at Veronica as soon as she enters the room. You tried to kill me.
All right, great. So, have you caught them off guard? Yes. Have they just wronged you? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
So roll with a +2.
And it is a +3 because I'm
+3. So yeah, roll with +3.
all right.
Oh shoot.
11 for Don Adolfo.
On a 7 to 9, choose +1. On a 10+, choose +2. You cut them
Oh,
deeply,
shoot.
inflict 1 additional stress. You take something from them. You leave with your dignity intact. Cancel the leverage you gave them, and you reveal you revel in causing pain. Clear 1 stress. What are your 2?
Okay, so I think that I'm going to. As I burst up and say, "You tried to kill me!" I just run up and like put both of my hands, grasp my hands around Veronica's neck and push her up against the wall. I say, "Never. This is too many times. Literally too many times you've done this to me. Never again."
I want to defend Veronica.
And I like tighten my grip around her neck.
Okay, so before you do that, what are the two options you're picking?
I am
yeah,
going to. I plan on dropping her to the ground once I'm done and leaving with my dignity intact. But I will revel in causing pain and clear 1 stress.
Okay, great.
pretty good.
So Veronica,
There's a lot that I can do.
you are gonna take 2 stress.
Oh my god, I am so stressed right now.
And then I'm going to go ahead and say, Miguel, if you're trying to defend, you're going to act with desperation.
Okay.
So are you doing this for love?
Yes.
And then are you doing this for vengeance?
Yes.
+2.
I'm officially bitter, distracted, and frazzled. Just so you know.
You're also prone. There is no prone, but you're prone as well. That's weird.
I am. I'm on the ground. Ouch.
Ooh, I rolled a 10
Oh,
+2.
hell yeah, buddy.
Okay, so on a 10+, all is well. So yeah, what are you trying to do? So you just saw Don Adolfo like pin Veronica up, threaten her, and he tries to walk away, and he's still in a hospital gown. What are you doing to
I pull
stop
out
him?
my gun.
Yeah, you pull out a gun. Don Adolfo, you hear the familiar sound of a chamber clacking or whatever the fuck a gun is, because I don't know anything because they're scary, and it's just right behind you. Hammer?
Clack, clack.
Hammer
The
clack?
hammer.
Here, wait, how do I?
Pulling back the hammer, is that what you're saying?
That's it. Like it's like the
don't
sound.
understand.
What's this like? Oh, I'm gonna like. Don Adolfo's not looking at Miguel, but he can feel and hear that a gun is at his back.
Great.
Yeah, I pointed at the back of his head.
Yeah, and Miguel's holding it on you. Valentino, you watch as this happens. Also, Valentino, what are you feeling right now? You thought you were super horny for Miguel, and then you realize he has no scars, and you're not horny for that at all. And you think, wait a minute, this might not even be the Miguel I was horny for. Who is this Miguel?
But because I've seen his open shirt.
Yeah, you know this is an imposter.
So I very casually walk up to him. I place my hand on his bare chest, right where I know and the audience knows the scar is, and I said, and I say, I don't think that's a good idea. Right, Miguel?
We do a flashback 2 years before. Miguel introduced Valentino into his half brother. Miguel introduces Valentino to his stepbrother, Miguel.
No, his name, he is my twin, and his name is Joel Ruiz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, very clearly. And they both talk about how one of them would love to work with exotic tigers, and the other one would be very terrified of getting a scar for them. And then we flash back Valentino. Well, because one wants to work with him, the other one's like, I don't want to get a scar. So Joel's the one that doesn't want to get a scar.
Okay.
So you just have this information. You put it together. That's what I'm saying. It's a one shot. Let's go.
Miguel has the scar.
So Miguel
Joel
has the
does
scar.
not have the scar.
Joel does not have the scar.
Right.
Valentino, you say Miguel, and then you think to yourself, no, now I'm going to do the reveal of Joel.
No, I know that it's not Miguel, and what I'm saying, I'm using that to gain leverage.
To gain leverage over me.
Ignore everything I said. Get the
By
leverage.
saying
Yes.
that.
Oh.
I'm using
Rewind.
that to gain influence over Joel because I know that they know that they're not Miguel, but they are pretending to be Miguel.
Shit, yeah, I fucking love everything. Let's move on.
Okay, I Valentino, are you threatening me?
Why, of course not, Miguel. What I'm saying, Miguel, is that we can find a way to work this out.
I don't think you have the power you think you do. And I grab the manila folder that Don Adolfo has on his hospital bed, and I throw it on the ground and reveal the two twins, Joel and Miguel. I say, everyone knows now, and there's nothing that I can do about it anymore. And Don Adolfo, you're under arrest. And I pull out a badge.
Oh, I want to act in desperation. Get out of there.
Do it.
Okay, so as soon as Joel Ruiz, the cop, takes out the badge to try to place me under arrest,
Officer Joel Ruiz.
Officer Joel Ruiz.
Officer Joel Ruiz pulls out the badge and lowers the gun for just a moment to pull out the badge. Just for that split second, I'm going to grab the nearest IV that's nearby and just sort of throw it at him just as a distraction, and then try to pick up the bag that has both peaches and mango and jump out the window.
Great. So, first question, are you doing this for love? Yes, it's for fucking peaches. Are you doing this for vengeance?
My baby!
Yes, of course, because everybody needs vengeance. Yes. And then, are you doing it for a cool third-ass reason that the GM has planned and that we're going to act like was already planned? Of course, yes. So I'm going to give you an additional +1. So roll.
Let's see, just barely squeaking it out with a 7.
Great. So you jump out the window, and then
with the bag.
Yeah, with the bag. Veronica, you immediately think, oh shit, he killed himself, also both of the animals in there. Because clearly, we're on the 17th floor of this hospital, because they always put half-brothers on the 17th floor, as they do separate by DNA and blood type. And this is the one that kind of has, one similar parent, but not. And there's a very long sign on the door. You saw it when you came up here in the elevator. You all know that. We cannot talk about it anymore. And then you look, as Don Adolfo has just jumped out of a fucking window, and you're like, oh shit, they're all dead. And then you hear the all too familiar sound of a helicopter rising up in the sky. You see a helicopter piloted by none other than Miguel Ruiz.
No!
I have now put on another hat similar to my hat from before, and I say, I will see you soon, my brother. And you, and I point at Veronica, I hope we'll never see again.
Miguel and Don Adolfo fly away. The three of you are left
not so
flabbergasted
fast.
as fuck.
I want to run after him.
Do it.
I want to jump out the window and try to grab on
Jump.
the
Don't
bottom
tell
part
me
of
what
the
you want to do.
helicopter.
Just do it. Act without
Okay,
thinking.
I'm gonna do it. What do I add?
Fucking
I have a 7.
desperation.
I rolled a 7. I'm not doing it for love, but I am doing it for revenge.
Okay.
Miguel's been trying to ruin my life.
So you get a +1. You jump out. On the MC, you have a worse outcome on our ugly chores. You try to jump out, and then you feel Veronica grab you by the collar as she pulls you back because she realizes you're too far out, and you're trying to jump really fucking hard, and the force of your hatred for your brother Miguel is jumping out because you obviously a cop, him obviously a criminal, you're at odds and shit like that. And then you feel the dog Mongo hit your face as he knocks you back in as he jumps out to be reunited with his mother. And then you see Don Adolfo, Peaches, and Miguel flying away in a helicopter. The three of you left there. Now at this point, for some reason, there was a hook like fucking tied to the wall, and it just pulled out the whole thing. So we can see a full wide body shot of the three of you staring off as you think, we gotta team up and take down Don Adolfo and my brother, the criminal Miguel Ruiz.
Aren't we an unlikely trio? Commercial break.
Commercial break.
I have my
No, that's credits. That's credits.
That's credits.
That's for that app.
Right?
Gosh.
You
I mean,
can't-
it's up
you
to
can't
y'all.
have
We have
helicopter in
we
the
have
middle of
50
the
minutes
episode.
left. We can
Oh,
do the
gosh,
final,
okay.
or we
Wait,
can
how
end
much
it.
do we have left?
We got 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
There's
you're right.
nothing but drama and stakes.
Yeah, this is like not even the climax.
So basically,
I'll
that
say at
was
this
the
point,
to
I'll
be
say
continued.
technically at this point, if we were doing a real episode, this would be credits. And now, because we have 50 more minutes, we jump to 3 days later. Donald Adolfo has been pinned down in his mansion. He knows someone's coming for him. Hector's coming. All three of them are trying to do that. There's knives aplenty being stabbed in desks all over the town. Donald Adolfo is scared. Valentino at this point, your clothing line is all but destroyed, but if you can take down Don Adolfo with the credibility of beating a crime boss, you can once again get your fall line off the ground like you did in season 14. Miguel, Joel, you know that your brother Miguel is immediately ready to strike at you, and they'll take that. And Veronica, the only way to show Joel Ruiz that you're sexy and shit like that is to kill his brother. You all have motivations.
So wait, a question for me. At this point, am I aware that that Valentino is no longer on my side?
Of course. At this point, Valentino has started to mass-produce shirts that says Don Adolfo is a poopy head, and you're very mad about it.
Wow. He's probably hidden away on his island. How are we going to get to him?
We smash cut over. Don Adolfo goes, good thing I bought this fucking island. We smash cut back.
I used my mansion money and my reptile money to buy an island.
Can we then smash cut to a dock where there is a yacht that in the water, and Veronica stands on the dock with her arm out toward it. The yacht is of course called the Miguel. She has crossed out Miguel and she has written Joel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there is a person, none of you knew this, but we'll do a small flashback with no stress or anything spent, where it was Veronica promising someone they would finally marry them. They just needed to go out on their yacht one last time to celebrate the single lady life, but she also does need them to repaint the name, as she doesn't want people to think that she is with them because they are still single, and they understand it because they are just very stupid and rich and would just think that women are possessions, so they just kind of do it, and they're bad persons, so we don't have to feel bad about them being mistreated, and they're out of the story already.
Yeah. Anyway, he's dead now.
He died. He died.
You married and murdered the man and got his.
Yeah, like she didn't even marry him. She just murdered him.
I just said I was gonna marry him.
That's great. And then once again, not once again. Silmuth just donated $5. That's tight as shit. If you want to donate some money, do it. Otherwise, I cannot pay attention to anything but drama. Let's fucking go.
No one can, and no one would blame you. Let's fucking go. Okay.
I would like to initiate a flashback.
Yes.
If I could, I would like to initiate a flashback to preparation.
Shit, yeah, flash it.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
So we are now obviously we're on the boat. We don't necessarily know where to go, but like the boat is our new headquarters, I assume, right? And so, everyone's saying, how are we going to find Don Adolfo? He could be anywhere on the planet. And then, it cuts to my knowing look. And I say, well, let's see here. Spend 1 to 3 stress and roll plus stress spent. All right.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
So you just get to choose how many stress you want to spend, and you get that many bonuses.
Well, I only need to spend 1 to get a 10.
Shit,
so
yeah.
I will spend 1 stress, mark down that stress, and we flash back to the hospital room.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, okay.
I wake up earlier than you thought I did, and I notice Don Adolfo laying next to me unconscious.
Yeah, of course.
And you see me stow away a tiny red blinking thing in Don Adolfo's, coat or whatever he's wearing.
It's his eye patch.
In his eye patch.
Joel, you're a genius. I slip the red blinking thing under his eye patch. I lay back down in bed and pretend to be asleep or unconscious.
Perfect. So yeah, y'all are on this fucking giant ass yacht. There's some dude who's like, I'm gonna fucking charter this boat wherever you need to go. Veronica's like, I don't know, we just gotta go find Don Adolfo. And then Valentino's like, GPS coordinates and shit like that.
Oh, don't worry, everyone.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I've got this covered.
Don Adolfo, you're now on your private ass island. You sold all your lizards and your mansion and shit like that. You only have Peaches with you. You're missing.
And Miguel?
What?
Oh, and Miguel.
And Miguel.
Miguel.
Well, I mean, you have like henchmen and too, but like people aren't lizards, so you don't care about them.
True.
So
Miguel is like standing there, like with his arms folded.
Yeah. And
People
then
are
and you're like, and you
open.
okay, yes. You don't want lizards to poop on you, but you kind of miss it, and you're not asking people to do it, but it's weird that you're thinking about it. Let's move on. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Don Adolfo, you're watching all of your fucking protections you have on your island. You got sonar and shit like that, and you got all this security water shit that may or may not be real. Who cares about nautical things? And then you start to see what can only be described as a big-ass yacht making its way into a harbor on your private-ass island. What do you do?
So I turn to Miguel and I say, well, they're on their way. My brother, your brother, and the so-so looking woman.
God. You won't
So-
get along with that.
There is something else, though, and I flip to another piece of security footage, and there's another yacht. Hector is also on his way.
Oh shit! we smash cut over to Joel Valentino and Veronica. You now do see a second larger yacht behind you and is coming in even closer. We smash cut back to Don Adolfo.
Now,
Oh, shoot.
things look dire for us, Miguel, and I grab Miguel's hand tenderly.
He grabs it back.
Yeah, I do.
Miguel, we've got one shot at this to make it out alive. It has been you and me ever since the beginning, and I would like to flash back
Of course, flashback.
Ride or die.
to a deal that I made with someone. We flash back to the job that the first job that I was El Jefe on way back when I earned the name El Lobo. Back in that time where Miguel helped me smuggle across the U.S. border to a buyer, and so we are smuggling the wolf, and we're barely getting away from the authorities. We're on the run, but we're in the process of giving them the slip.
Yeah.
And we're riding that high, and as I'm shifting gears, I reach over and grab Miguel's hand. You and me, ride or die
and me.
for life, no
Ride
matter.
or die forever.
Yes. And then just as I'm driving, I just reach over and like kiss Miguel as we speed
Yeah,
away.
we kiss passionately in the car,
Passionately in the
as
car.
we're speeding away.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's so many kisses.
Yes.
Yeah.
That no matter what, we will never leave or forsake each other, even when things are at their worst. That it's
Never.
me and Miguel forever.
Para siempre.
Yeah, and at this point, we smash cut back to Joel Valentino Veronica. Your giant yacht has docked. You see a second larger yacht imposing on you. Luckily, the yacht owners know how to bribe criminals to let you guys on. Y'all make your way into the island. You ditch all of your city clothes, and you're now in island attire, and you look like bushes trying to sneak your way up to a mansion that looks exactly like Don Adolfo's, and it even looks like it might have been airlifted, and there's a bunch of lizards on the outside, so you can definitely tell he's fucking home.
So it's just like the exact same set.
Hey,
but
100%,
different lighting.
but it's in a different background.
They just put like green filters over
Yes,
all the
yes,
lighting. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, great.
Oh man.
Oh, right. I'm playing. I'm sorry, I got,
You know, right?
It was
It
like,
gets
well,
to
what's
you.
happening now?
I was just so excited to hear what happens next. I forget that I get to control that.
I gotta know. Oh wait, I could just decide.
It's wild.
Okay, so let's see here. Move. Right?
What is this game we're playing? Was I watching something?
I felt like I was watching something here. Okay, I would like to see if I can spot something out of place.
Shit, yeah.
We obviously
yes.
we don't see anybody, right? As we sneak into the mansion.
You don't know. And then, so for spot something out of place, have you been intimate with this person recently? Yes, but not in a sexual way, but just because you did share with Don Adolfo, y'all are brothers.
That's true. That's a different type of intimacy,
Yeah.
but that counts.
Yeah.
Am I free of other distractions?
Yes, you are, because you're laser focused on this right now.
That's right. That's right. Because I would
yeah.
like to find my Miguel.
Yeah.
I don't. Do I know that Miguel is evil? Or
At this point, you have talked to Joel enough. Honestly, because that's the thing, is we smash cut to, it's honestly 4 episodes later, because this storyline hasn't been picked up back yet. There's a lot of other things happening, and we did a lot of filler in between these. So at this point, you definitely have had a lot of things. You had an on and off again with Joel. You had a few things with Veronica, and you're still going back and forth. You're just as hot and heavy on and off as you were with Miguel, Veronica, and
Yeah, of
Valentino.
course.
You're very
Yeah,
confused
obviously.
at everything.
This is functional functionally the same man.
Functionally the same. Twins are the same person. Do not distinguish
Will
them
not
differently.
pay
It
attention
is
to
not
continuity.
the same man to me. That's what I learned in my relationship.
And
that
that's
was like
the fun
music
thing
video
that the
episode.
juxtaposition of your two relationships. Veronica, Miguel, or Joel will do. Valentino, only Miguel, Joel
Miguel.
won't do. Joel, anyone will do because you're desperate for the love because you were always looked at the lesser of two twins. Don Adolfo, you do have Miguel. You're very happily in love. Veronica does not have to talk to you more because she's on a desert island, so you're happy about that. We're all very clear on the stakes.
Great.
Let's move
Obviously.
forward.
Yes.
You get a +2 on your roll.
I can't wait for
Okay, I
Miguel,
get it.
Valentino, okay.
Oh, man.
Then I get a 9 on my roll.
Okay, great. So on that, you get to ask +1 on spot something out of place.
Woohoo.
Okay, let's see here. Well, I'll tell you where Valentino's head is at. I would like to know how I could get a character. I want to know how I can get Miguel
Ooh.
to ditch everyone. I'm willing to ditch my team. I want Miguel to ditch
Wow.
his team and just us go away together.
Shelby,
How can I do
answer!
that?
Oh my God.
Right.
My ride or die, though.
You're ride or die, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that is tough.
Oh.
Oh, shit. I didn't think anything could, but when we posed this question, holy shit.
Yeah.
There's got to be
Um,
some answer.
I'll say Miguel can be bought.
Ooh.
Like money.
Money.
Like he is attracted to money and cocaine, of which
Yeah.
Don Adolfo has plenty.
Reptiles, so. But
If I had known, I would have kept more cocaine around.
So you do know Miguel well enough for that.
Okay, great. So yes, I'm looking around. I'm
You do see-
pocketing anything expensive I see.
Well, also, one of the things that you spot out of place, and you're able to tell this, and you can tell this is why Miguel has gone with Don Adolfo, is you do see a garage, and you see where there should be a car there, and it's very obvious that Don Adolfo has airlifted his house, and we all know that Don Adolfo does not keep cars in his garage, yet large mounds of prepackaged cocaine. So there's just bricks and bricks of cocaine everywhere, and you know if you bring this up to him and say, this is mine, you can get Miguel, and that's your spot something out of place. Veronica and Joel, what are you doing?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Oh, I'm looking off into the distance.
Oh,
Of course.
You have the same
Are
distance
we-
stare
we're
as your
still-
brother.
We're still on the yacht. We're still.
Well, no,
I'm looking-
y'all are off the yacht and you're making your way up there, but you are looking off into the distance the whole time.
Yeah, I'm looking off into the distance, looking pensive. I've got my brow furrowed
Yeah.
and my arms
You have the exact
crossed.
same
and I'm
characteristics.
shaking my
Yeah, you have the
head.
exact same characteristics of your brothers, just some very definite 180 character traits. Veronica,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Probably making sure that my hair flows correctly in the sea breeze.
Oh, the sea
as
breeze
well
hitting you
as-
just right. It's exposing
Perfect.
the best side of your face, the face, like the light is hitting your good side, and even Valentino at this point, because we haven't really talked about it in a while, but he does see once again why he was your muse before, and he does feel a little shaken that he has lost you on his runway, but his sole purpose right now is to get Miguel with all the cocaine, and so Veronica.
You know what I say?
Also-
I say I turn and I look at Veronica, and perhaps the sun is hitting her to give like her hair that halo effect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it just as we're in this very tense situation, I stop and I say, Veronica, God, you're beautiful sometimes.
Take a picture, darling. It'll last longer.
Oh!
I gently pat the head of Mango, who is back in my purse where he belongs.
Yeah.
He blinks his way too big for his head eyes in the sun. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, this is not a climate friendly to the Chihuahua for sure.
He's very unhappy.
No, he's most uninhabitable.
Oh, man.
Chihuahuas. Okay, I've got my brow furrowed, my arms crossed. I'm looking off pensively. Veronica, mi amor,
Yes.
I don't know if I can kill my brother.
Then let me do it for you.
You would do that for me,
I would do anything for you.
Veronica. Take this, and I give her my gun.
Oh.
Do you take
I
the gun?
trust you with my life.
I take the gun.
As soon as you
I-
take the gun from the treetops above, Miguel drops down. There's a scramble between the two of them. Joel had his shirt off, so you could see that it was definitely him without a scar. And then in the scramble, Miguel has put a shirt on him. It's the same shirt Miguel's wearing. They're both covered in dirt. You don't know which one is the real one. And you have the gun. Both of them screaming, shoot the other one.
Veronica, you have to shoot him. No, Veronica, you must shoot him. It's not me. You know me.
Trembling, I changed the gun between the two of them, eyes darting back and forth, looking for a sign, any sign. I would like to look for a sign that something is amiss, or what is it called? What's the move called?
Spot something out of place.
Spot something out of place.
Okay, have you been intimate with this person recently? Yes.
Yes, I have.
Are you free of distractions? No. So you're gonna get a flat
ride
0.
Was shaky, is all I'm saying. You know?
So it's
it's just
I'm not adding anything. It's just a roll.
It's just a flat roll.
Got it. Okay, come on. Oh, I rolled a 6.
Oh! As soon as the shot hits, the both of them do a Matrix-style dodge, but only one of them needed to do it, and it was Joel. As a bullet scrapes across their chest, bursting the shirt off of them, you're gonna take 2 stress as you now have a scar that resembles your brother's across your chest, but it's freshly made.
Oh.
I scream that. I
stress?
scream no. And I
2
got
stress,
my
and you now.
I am close to a meltdown. I am frazzled and I am bitter.
Did I take any stress from that? I'm assuming so.
Oh yeah, you took 2 stress as well once you realized you shot Joel. Valentino, you're distracted. You see that Miguel is right there. He is not shot. What do you do?
Heads up.
Veronica, how could you?
Wait, what do you do,
I'm one
Veronica?
stress away from a meltdown.
Okay, great. Valentino, what are you doing?
Valentino expresses his love passionately to Miguel.
Ooh, I love it. Do it. Are you dressed to impress?
Even though it's camouflage, it is.
You still got half an ass out, so of course.
One, I have half an ass out. 2, it's a lovely tailored suit, camouflage, white shirt. It looks amazing,
Fabulous.
as I always do. And do I believe that Miguel is single? Absolutely.
Well.
Ooh, do you believe?
Wait a minute.
Do you have to know that or believe that? Because Don Adolfo, ride or die.
Exactly.
So this is up to you. Do you think because actually I'll say this. Joel and you have been together for the last couple of days with Veronica. I'm sure. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say you do not believe it because you do know that Miguel and Don Adolfo. So I actually think that this is going to be a flat roll because you will know that there was something between Miguel and Don Adolfo. So this is just a flat roll.
That's fair.
There's never been a better game made.
It's the only game.
This is it. Why would I do anything else?
No, then that's a fail. That's a 5.
So you try to express your love passionately.
Miguel, I'm seeing you now, seeing you tumble with someone who looks very similar to you. It's stirring feelings in me. I need you to know something. I'm on my way back up.
Miguel
I can provide for you.
Miguel tells you to come close.
I do.
He grasps your chin, and he says,
Never. And I stab him in the stomach.
Oh! You're gonna take 3 stress. And once again, from the treetop, Don Adolfo drops down, eye patch and hat on, and he says,
I kiss him.
Who?
To make it sting even more.
Oh yeah. Miguel kisses Don Adolfo immediately.
Yeah.
There's a long, passionate kiss. Don Adolfo's laughing. Valentino's on the ground, bleeding out. Veronica, you suffer one more stress seeing all this go on.
It's meltdown time. I think maybe I'm trying to decide which meltdown thing I should choose. I'm
Were there
shaking.
meltdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
shaking.
There's certain things you choose.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
I think, hi GM, let's collaborate, you and me. I think I should
course.
get taken out.
Oh! Let's go! Let's go!
Yes.
You get taken out?
Yeah.
The GM will tell me how.
Let's see. I'm trying to look up.
Oh my God.
That's what it says. I picked that one.
Which one is this under? Which one is? I just want to make sure what this is. What's this under the move sheet or why are you freezing?
This
that?
is under
Right by
like
stress track.
on the main like rules thing. If you look for meltdown, it's like set a stress meltdown,
Okay.
and it says there are 3 different things you can choose when you mark your 8th stress.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, are you talking about face certain death?
It just says get taken out.
Just get taken out. Like where you see like on the
If you see
regular
it says
playbooks,
confess
it
your
says
greatest
stress
sins.
track, leverage, advancement.
Yeah. Confess your
Okay,
greatest
yeah.
sins, break down emotionally, or get taken out.
Okay, so you're seeing this all happening, and you're starting to
no.
just go
so
off.
good.
Okay, so let's
Yeah,
just.
Joe, I just sent you something. I don't know if it's helpful.
Where'd you send it to me? Okay, on the
Just
chat.
in the chat, the Zoom
Okay.
chat. I sent you something. I don't know if that's helpful or not. You take that or leave that.
Oh no.
Okay. So just to recap, it was a private message. So just to recap, okay. So Miguel had dropped out of the bushes. Valentino expressed his love to him. Miguel just shoot him away, stab Valentino in the stomach. Veronica had just shot Joel in the mix-up of the two shirted Miguel Joels. Don Adolfo drops down after making a passionate kiss. Veronica starts to freak out, and she is screaming. Veronica, as always, dressed to impress, and her finest tiger print clothing. As then you hear a loud roar as Don Adolfo's pet tiger, Adolfo Tiger, jumps out and starts to maul Veronica.
No! Joel tries to take a stand and jump in front of her.
Joel does?
Yeah, Joel does.
Okay, great. And then, are you gonna do that? I'm gonna. What's the take a stand? What's the move?
Are you trying to impress them, and is the law being broken? I don't think I'm trying to impress her. I think this might even be just an act of desperation.
Yeah, I think this is actually an act of desperation, for sure. And so, are you doing this for love? Yes. Are you doing this for vengeance? Not really.
Not
You're just
yet.
trying to protect-
Almost.
So this is.
I mean, if she dies, then yeah.
So yeah. So this is a flat 0.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh, that's a 5.
No.
Veronica, you screech, screaming, "Oh no!" And then, as you see all this happening, Joel jumps in front of you, already wounded with a bullet, as he starts being torn apart by this tiger. Veronica, you have now cleared all your stress as you were out of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and need Joel to face certain death. Roll plus, and then so Joel, you're gonna take 2 stress from this, and you're gonna roll with the plus number of stress holes passed. Thresholds passed.
Stress.
So how many
threshold.
thresholds of stress you have gone through?
That brings me to a meltdown.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
not tracking 2 separate character sheets.
so you have what? How many?
This is Joel's.
So that's
first,
3,
I don't know.
right? Yeah. So that's 3. So you're gonna roll with a plus 3.
Okay. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Okay. No. I have. Oh, that is a 6, 7, 8, 9. That's an 11, 14.
On a 10 plus, the audience chooses one from the list. When the option is chosen, it's crossed off, and nobody can choose it again. So if somebody saves you just in time, you owe them 3 leverage. One of your props takes the hit, lose it immediately. Take a distinctive but sexy scar.
Any of these are perfect.
Gain a permanent debility, a limp, an eye patch, etc. Become a twisted, evil version of yourself. Suffer amnesia. Return with a new face. Wind up in a possible long-term coma, or wind up actually dead. This option may be picked multiple times.
And the audience gets
The audience gets to choose.
Yes, love
This
it.
is for Joel, not
This is for
Miguel.
Joel, not Miguel.
Miguel.
Miguel
Am I
is
dead?
still alive and well.
Am I alive?
No, you immediately gave yourself up to death because you thought at least your beloved Joel did not die, and you see them mauled in front of you. So weirdly, it's cathartic, and all of your stress is wiped out. But
now I'm dead.
Now, no, you're not. You just
are
reset.
you are alive.
If you
Okay,
if you
then
do
you're
a,
just
if you do a
traumatized.
freak out, you just blow up. Addison, Jonah, and Jack.
Oh,
The
what
3 of
happens
you
to
get
Joel?
to choose what happens to Joel off of this list.
Oh.
Okay, wait, where's the link?
This is under the play
It's certain
materials.
death.
It's right next
the
to
flashbacks.
flashbacks.
Oh.
I remember.
Addison is in real life dead.
Like I feel like
having an
mauled by a
actual
tiger.
meltdown.
Oh my gosh. I feel like
Another
mauled by a
distinctive
tiger
sexy
has to
scar.
lead to like a peg leg or a hook
Borderline.
hand or something.
Okay, so
my
you're
God.
voting for a permanent disability. What is Addison?
Yeah.
What about
Yeah, I
Addison
think
and
so.
Jack?
I think maybe he should lose a hand.
Yeah, a hand feels good.
Ooh, hand like a hook.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
hook hand. Yeah.
Yes, I love losing a limb. I think that's the best, because then we get to still see his pretty face, but it's
Yes.
like
Great.
we can
So
still
what
be Beauty and the
happened?
Beast stuff. Oh,
So once again, let's rewind.
Oh my god. Oh
The
my
three
god.
of you
Oh my
approaching.
god. Yes.
And then you start to notice all the cocaine, Valentino, that you can use to get Miguel back on your side because people can be bought with cocaine. And then Joel, you're looking off a far distance there just as your brother does, but you're doing it with cooler aviators. Veronica, you're thinking about how you can't wait to bang down with Joel now that you realize you love him more than Miguel. And then Miguel drops down. A fight between Joel and Miguel fights. Joel and Miguel happens. Veronica, you shoot Joel. Valentino, you express your love to Miguel. Donaldolfo drops down, has a hot-ass kiss with Miguel. Valentino, you're distraught. A tiger jumps out of Veronica. Joel jumps in the way. His hand gets bit off. His blood is squirting everywhere. It shoots in the one good eye of Donaldolfo. Miguel trying to help his beloved tries to go, and all the sand and Joel blood is just getting them all caught up. So he runs Scooby-Doo in place, and before any of you can act, Hector walks up, knives slammed to the ground in front of each of you, and he goes, "Donaldolfo, I'll kill all of you and your friends where you stand, because you never give me my money." And then we see hard cut to be continued.
Oh, so good.
That's it. No one play any more games ever. Quit
I
playing
can never
games.
game again.
No, there's no other games.
This is
no
my
other
resignation from gaming.
God.
Well, I
Season
quit
2 is gonna
games
be
now.
wild, you guys. Holy
God.
shit.
Like literally.
This is
Don't
my
ever play
resignation
another
from
game.
Games. I'm.
This is
I-
the
I-
only game
I-
there is. God, this
Oh my
is so
God.
fun.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Hey.
There's
Oh,
so
Who am
much
I?
betrayal.
I can't find where. I don't know where I end and Veronica begins.
Also, do play Coffee Detective. It's up next. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex. Please,
Alex.
I've played Coffee Detective. If you would like to hear me be feral again, I'm gonna make a quick plug. I played Coffee Detective on the One Shot podcast. I played a sauce heiress named Penny a la Vodka.
oh my god. Amazing.
Anyway,
Amazing.
Oh, that was great. So yeah, shit. This is oh god, that's so
my
fun.
God.
I like how you're all like,
So
is that it? It was like, no, it's not it.
I am.
There's more.
I can't believe you upped like crashing out of a window and grabbing onto a helicopter. You raised the stakes.
I told everyone there was going to be a helicopter fight. Do you really think that was going to be my climax that I told everybody? I'm not a
course
shitty
not.
modern day trailer cutting company that shows the coolest part of a movie to everyone to get them interested.
Dude, the
I
expectations
can't believe I got
have, dude.
attacked by a tiger, but I lived.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Also, I can't
tiger.
believe that.
Oh,
I can't
man.
believe that Don Adolfo was basically just Joe Exotic.
No, I literally did. As soon as like I finished watching Tiger King, I'm in the Discord. I like messaged Joe. I was like, it's just gonna be El Jefe, but Tiger King.
Yeah, hold on. The
Oh,
message. Wait, where is it? The
Mwah.
message that Jonah just sent me
Oh,
was
so good.
the
Thank
scar.
you. Y'all
Scar
killed
given
it.
to Miguel. The scar was given to Miguel by a tiger. ... It's like, wow. We all know what's happening.
Cannot believe.
So,
So
good.
yeah, so
thank you, Brandon.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
and once
Leon
again, if a
Gambetta.
mod,
Joe for
Game is
running it.
if a
Yeah,
mod
thank you,
can go
Joel.
ahead
That
and
was
go
amazing.
link the Passion's Kickstarter, go follow that.
God.
You can find where you can pre-order this game. Well, you can get alerted to pre-order the game. It's fucking amazing. This was
Get
just the
this
ash
game.
can. This is just the ash can.
Yeah.
They unlocked
Yeah,
a
this
lot
is-
of really
they have
great
more.
things where there's gonna be more playbooks. There's gonna be more rules.
This
They
game.
got to the point where they were able to make like all of the extras are in a supplementary book. It's so fucking good. And also, if y'all have any extra money, please donate. We are raising money for Covenant House, Georgia. All of this stream this whole weekend. I have been running. I ran this game and another game, and I also edited for the last week or for 4 months a 6-hour-long episode called Spider Day 2, The Real Story Spider Day. All of this has been to raise money for Covenant House, Georgia. Time is an illusion, and the only game we should ever play again is Passions. But we are raising money for Covenant House, Georgia. They're a homeless youth shelter based out of Atlanta, Georgia. They do a lot of great work. All the money we're raising here goes directly to them, and we also have T-shirts on sale until April 28th. Please make sure to grab one of those. All the proceeds goes to them. And then let's go ahead and get some plugs out there, and we're going to go ahead and start with El Jefe himself, Donaldolfo, Jonah Jackson.
Yes. Hey, Jonah Jackson. You can find me on Twitter and such at Jonah M. Jackson. I am a GM and also player on Quest Company and Quest Company Junior podcast, both actual play RPG podcasts doing, other games, but we've just discovered that there are no other games. So
Yeah.
I've kind of got to reevaluate.
All the
my
games are
mind.
canceled. Get out of here.
So that still exists, but somehow we're going to have to not, because those games have ceased to exist. But if you want to check it out. Quest Company and Quest Company.
Yeah, if you want to see what happened before the AP, which normally stands for after, it's after Passions. This is what this is the world we live in now. Is after Passions. If you play another game, I will do a look at Kane and kill you. No, I won't. That's crazy. I will do it though. This is a great game. Addison, give me some plugs.
Okay, so I am on Twitter at Addison_Peacock. It's just my name. I am. You can also find me. I play Mariah Harris on the Monster of the Week actual play, A Horror Borealis, on the One Shot Network. I also co-host The Cryptid Keeper with Alex, who is going to be running Coffee Detective in just a little bit. And I am a voice actor on the No Sleep podcast, doing horror fiction every week. So places to find me.
That's nice.
Jack, give me some plugs.
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter at Harlack, Harlack. Every Monday, I'm on Escapist Magazine with my show Slightly Civil War with Yahtzee Croshaw. Every Friday, I'm on Escapist Magazine with my other show, The Escapist Show, talking about video game stuff. Or if you want to see me talk about movie stuff, head over to redlettermedia.com. Though things have been a little slow lately, as it is discouraged to have groups of people gather. So, maybe wait like a month or so.
Shelby, plug it up.
All right. Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Shelby Lee. That's Shelby Lee with a P. And my main thing is Critical Bits, so find me where you find Critical Bits. Otherwise, we've got a couple upcoming podcasts, Critical Pits, the Olive podcast, of course, and the only good podcast about the only good show, or I guess the only podcast about the only good show, Jingle Jangle, about that is my Riverdale fan cast that Joel and I are running. It is if you like this game, you should only watch Riverdale because it's the only good show.
Addison, do you like Riverdale?
I hate Riverdale, but I love Riverdale.
It's
okay. So I'm gonna hit you up. You're gonna come on and be a guest.
I know a girl who's on Katie Keene. We went to college together.
Great. I want you to be a guest on Jingle Jangle. It's the best ridiculous
Where can
show.
I listen to Jingle Jangle?
It's not out yet. I was gonna start. I have 6 episodes
backlog.
recorder, and I was gonna start editing them after I got finished with Spider Day.
Okay.
But
okay,
we
follow us on Twitter at Jingle Jangle 420.
Each episode we're doing
for
it's like
updates.
1-to-1, where we're gonna watch an episode with a guest. Well, not watch it with them, but we're gonna watch an episode and talk about it with a guest. Jack and Jonah, both of you, if you would like to be on it with as well. It's a beautiful trash show, and it's the only good
incredible.
show. See, this is the thing about
I just followed it.
and this is what I want to plug for me.
Please.
I guess I should say I edit and produce the podcast Critical Bits, but no one gives a shit about that because it doesn't use Passions. And I am on Jingle Jangle. And so there's one game, it's Passions, Pasiones, and then there's one show, it's fucking Riverdale, and there's one podcast, it's Jingle Jangle. It's not out yet, but I'll plug it.
Oh, yeah.
And Time is Illusion. Once again, go check out Brandon Leon Gambetta. He is an amazing game designer. And he also
what's his handle?
I think it's
everybody to
somebody in
check
chat,
out
please
Brandon.
drop Brandon's handle.
Yeah,
he also has a
please.
mass podcast called Protean City that's a lot of fun, and also Stop Hack and Roll, which is a game design podcast he runs. He is not on the
Leon
stream.
Gambetta.
He is amazing. Go check him out. And thank you all so much.
Thank you, Joel. Yeah, Joel, that was amazing. That was so fun.
I blacked out this
Helicopter
entire
happened.
game. Nothing
Joel,
of this
thank
was
you.
me. This was
So much.
the drama took me over, and I spouted it out. But once again, thank you so much, everybody. This has been a mind-numbing weekend for me for numerous reasons, all mainly good. And we had so much fun with this game, and thank you for watching. We have one game left. Before we get to that, we will be doing the final episode for this year's Spider Day 2. Our Spider Day stream, the last episode of Peebs Reads, which is our official interlude show where Peebs reads stuffs. And it's tight. If you join the channel halfway through and you're still here, give us a follow. If you have an Amazon Prime sub you want to give it to us. Don't spend real money on it though, because it's a bullshit thing, and we get half if you don't. If you want to support creators, go through Ko-fi or Patreon. Amazon subs don't do anything really, because Jeff Bezos takes half of it. But if you get a free one for Amazon Prime, I'll take it. So Jeff Bezos sucks. Support creators directly through Ko-fi and Patreon, because it goes more directly towards them. But once again, we will take your free subs if you have them, because capitalism does make everybody kind of a beggar. And once again, fuck Joe Biden. I hate the fact you got the nomination. And everybody, thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey.